Will be wrestling their last home match in front of our home crowd. We will start off with Rachel Weaver, daughter of Amy and Matthew Weaver. Rachel is a one-year letterman in basketball and a two-year letterman in wrestling, but she also is a two-time district qualified for the ABC second team honors. She is a three-year letterman in softball, where she has earned an honorable mention all through district twice. Honorable mention in All ABC, first team All ABC, and academic All Ohio honors. Rachel has earned two Scholar Athlete Awards and is a six-time EBC Scholar Athlete Award winner. She is also lettered in soccer. Rachel was a 2025 Buckeye Girls State delegate and was named September Alliance Elks Team of the Month and February MHS Team of the Month. Rachel is the president of FFA, National Honor Society Student Council Students Against Disruptive Decisions, Little Lion, Big Lion Mentoring, and Euchre Club. She attends Bear Community Church and Grace Chapel Youth Group. She also plays travel ball in the fall and fall softball for Jackson Extreme. When asked who her most influential teacher was, Rachel said Mr. Mikes. Walked into high school hating English and writing until I had Mr. Mikes. I have always seen writing as a grueling assignment that took forever and was usually over subjects I didn't like. Mr. Mikes taught me to take whatever I was writing about and turn it into something personal so I could enjoy myself while writing. He taught me that it was okay to write how I was feeling and to not turn it into something that would get me an A or what the teacher wants, but to write passionately and submit something that I wrote for myself. I always look forward to going to his class. If I'm struggling, he is always there to help, no matter what's happening, and is always willing to have nice adult conversations to help better me for the real world. He never fails to crack a joke and make me and my other peers laugh. Not to mention, he's always able to meet my sarcasm and finds it funny when I crack good jokes. And aware of Rachel plans to attend Shawnee State University and continue my athletic career playing softball and to major in mathematics and secondary education. Rachel Weaver. Enoch Brodzinski, son of White Brodzinski and Kelly Brodzinski. Enoch is a three-year letter winner in football and a three-year letter winner in wrestling. In FFA, he has earned his chapter degree, and he has applied for his state degree. Enoch maintains above a 3.8 unweighted GPA. He has completed AP Physics and CCP College Writing. He's currently taking CCP College Writing too, and he is in concert band. Enoch attends New Hope Church of God, where he works for the food pantry that serves communities of Alliance and Sebring. And he also helps with teaching Sunday school. Enoch is employed by Low Miller Farms. Enoch says, Mr. Lucas is my most influential teacher. I have known him since elementary school. He has played a significant role in my personal and professional development, assisting me in securing a job by offering guidance and connections, coaching me in sports and helping me improve my skills and confidence, and giving me valuable hands-on experience in the United Workshop, where I have learned practical skills and gained a better understanding of agricultural mechanics. His patience and creative learning style has impacted me to gain more insight with different perspectives on life in order to help me grow, not only as a student or athlete, but also as a man in this generation. Enoch plans on going to college at Malone University and pursue a career in marine biology. Enoch Brodzinski. Colton Dotson is the son of Tracy Wood and Pete Dotson. Colton is a four-year member of the wrestling team. He is an active member of the FFA, where he has earned his three-year degree in chapter degree. Colton's most influential teacher was Mr. Lucas, because he is selfless and spent most time with them, and he got to know me on a personal level, helping me with anything that I asked. Colton is currently undecided on his future plans. Colton Dotson. Tyler Phillips. Tyler is the son of Ann Jones and Tim Phillips. Tyler is a one-time varsity letter winner in football and a two-time varsity letter winner in wrestling. He is a six-time EBC Scholar athlete and attends RG Drag for sports medicine and rehabilitation. Tyler plans to attend college and earn his master's degree in athletic training. Tyler Phillips. Aiden Reagan is being escorted tonight by his mom, Bridget, his dad, Jason, his stepdad, Clint. Aiden has been on the football and wrestling teams for 2 years, where he has earned the varsity letters in both. Aiden says his most influential teacher is Coach Wolf because he has made me a better athlete while also teaching me how to be a better person. After graduation, Aiden plans to go into the trades of carpentry. Aiden Reagan. Lincoln Wallace is the son of Damian and Ashley Wallace. Lincoln is a 4-year varsity letterman in wrestling, a 2-year team captain, a 2-time district qualifier as a sectional champion and a sectional runner-up. He was selected as an EBC honorable mention wrestler, has been a multiple-time placer champion at various tournaments, including placing at the Canton Holiday Classic and placing at Top Gun. Lincoln is a member of the Minerva National Honor Society and a member of RG Drag National Technical Honor Society. He has been an EBC scholar athlete. For 3 years and has been a participant of the RG Drag Advanced Placement Plus program. Lincoln is the president of the RG Drag FFA chapter and a former member of the Minerva FFA, where he has earned his Green Hand chapter and state degrees. He is the president of the New Alexander Ever Ready 4-H Club, was the 2025 Columbiana County 4-H team, is a member of the Columbiana County Junior Fair, Columbiana County Dairy Judging Team, Columbiana County Antique Tractor Pullers Association, and he attends Greenford Christian Church. Lincoln is an employee of Wild Duck Hollow Farms, Hurt Flooring and Cabinets, and Big Arms Campground. Lincoln says there has been many who have guided me through the years, including Mrs. Coldwell, Mrs. Blazer, who believed in me and pushed me when learning was challenging. But outside of the classroom, my coaches through the years have been just as influential, helping to shape me into the person and wrestler I am today. So thank you to Anthony Hilliard, Kyle Lucas, Chad Hilliard, Kenny Bowmers, and Leo Sanya for all the support and guidance through my wrestling career. Upon graduation, Lincoln plans to continue his work on his family farm, Wild Duck Hollow, alongside his father and uncles, where he will be a 6th generation to work in the family business. Lincoln Wallace.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva, or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! At Crowell Lumber Company in Malvern, we carry everything you need to build and maintain your home. Cutting keys and fixing your window screens are just a couple of our services we offer, and we can deliver your large orders as well. Visit us at 222 West Main Street in Malvern, Ohio, or call us at 330-863-0303. You can also visit our new website at crowellumber.com. Crowell Lumber Company in Malvern, for all your building needs since 1945. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
On a cold Thursday night just south of Stark County, it is time to crown at least partially an Eastern Buckeye Conference champion in wrestling. This is OHSAA Wrestling on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club. Tonight's matchup, it's a rivalry. It's the Lions of Minerva and the Warriors of Carrollton.
All right, well, thanks for being here, Nathan. We appreciate you covering this great sport of wrestling. Proud tradition here in Minerva, proud tradition for the Carrollton Warriors. And yeah, we have an EBC championship on the line tonight here at Minerva High School. The Warriors and the Minerva, it's always a huge event each year, a community event for both Carrollton and Minerva. As I look out of the crowd here, lots of former wrestlers. It runs in the family here, it runs in the blood, and we've got a great matchup here, and it's going to come down to the wire, and we want to get that EBC trophy and get another year on the wall. Minerva last won the championship in 2020, then in 2021 under Coach Chad Hilliard, and now Kenny Beaumarriage is looking for his first EBC title as a wrestling coach for the Minerva Lions. We can't wait.
And of course, he's done his thing in golf, but For those who don't know us, I am Nathan Smee, the owner of SmeeSports LLC. I'm the play-by-play for you this evening. And then alongside me, a man who needs no introduction around these parts, the superintendent of Minerva High School and just Minerva local schools, Mark Scott. Mark, once again, thank you so much for being here. We like to build community here at SmeeSports, whether it be up in Cleveland, Holy Name, Paddle, Warrensville, Garfield, down here, Alliance, Marlington, Minerva. No better way than to bring on the quote-unquote head honcho of the school district.
Yeah, proud superintendent. I'm a 1997 graduate of Minerva High School. I had an opportunity to teach here for 9 years, coach football, coach wrestling, was a longtime principal at Minerva Elementary School. Now my dream came true to be the superintendent here of Minerva local schools. I'm proud to be the superintendent for the Lions and proud to be here tonight. Gym is packed with Warrior fans, packed with Lion fans, and our girls just made their presence here on the mat, getting warmed up, ready to go.
I'll toss it back up here. You always have to send it down to the floor when the lights come off. It's spotlights, basically. A couple of lights just kind of strung about. It's a beautiful sight to see for wrestling. It's an underserved sport in the media department, but you got to love when you're here. It's not a tournament game. This is not Top Gun. This isn't any of those big tournaments. But to these guys, this is their, to use an analogy from this weekend, their Super Bowl.
And the great thing about the duels is look at the crowd. They've got their peers here. They've got their girlfriends, their boyfriends. They've got aunts and uncles here. When you go to tournaments, oftentimes they're an hour away, and not everybody can make that, maybe just their parents and grandparents. But tonight, it's a true community event. We'll have a student section. We'll have all their friends here, all the former wrestlers. Everybody gets to come out and see the Lions compete. And our wrestlers are no doubt some of the hardest working student athletes in our school district. And again, thank you for being here to showcase them.
And of course, we would be remiss if we didn't mention the fact that beyond this being the EBC title match, oh, by the way, it's senior night as well.
Yeah.
A lot of great wrestlers being recognized. On the girls' side, though, you have to give a very special shout out to Rachel Weaver, a softball commit at the next level, but she is a wrestler, one of 6 on that team. And as the push for women's sports really develops, yesterday being, I believe, National Girls/Women in Sports Day, it's awesome to see this be their senior night, and it's an awesome opportunity to showcase these Lady Lions, and of course, get ready for the future of the program starting really right now, especially if they get the title.
Yeah, and with Rachel, when you hear that name, you just got to smile. She's one of our leaders here at Minerva High School, huge into our FFA program with Mr. Lucas is helping run the scoreboard down there and going to do some announcing for us. He's our FFA teacher. Rachel is a leader through and through, always positive, and adds so much for us, both as an athlete, as a student, and a leader at Minerva High School. So looking forward to her competing tonight on senior night, our lone female senior.
And beyond her on the women's side, the main player to look at, in my opinion, in the 110-pound weight class, Bailey Hilliard, the sophomore. A lot of Hilliards have come through Minerva, and I believe if I ask you and ask anybody in attendance who knows this program, the Hilliard family, outside of course, Jackson at Marlington, they bleed the red of Minerva, especially in wrestling.
Yeah, a proud tradition. Brian Hilliard, state champion in 1997. Chad Hilliard, All-Ohio wrestler, current assistant elementary principal. Bridget Hilliard, her sister, just graduated last year as a multiple-time state qualifier, and we're looking forward to Bailey making her own name for herself. She was a state qualifier last year, and I know she wants to take that to the next level and be a state placer. So she's working hard for that goal each and every day. Recently, I don't know if you've seen any of the Daystar Athletes of the Month. She just got named the Daystar Athlete of the Month, so they'll be coming out with a huge feature on her, and she deserves that recognition.
And going back to September, there was one from Minerva as well, if I'm not mistaken. One of the key players to look at on the men's side of things tonight, Timmy Kirkpatrick.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously great on the map, but as a running back, my goodness, you look for a player that epitomizes wing T, it's Timmy Kirkpatrick.
Timmy, when Coach Slates was announced as the football coach for Minerva, I don't know if Timmy knew it was like hitting the lottery for him, because he was born to play in that style of offense. And just a sophomore, you wouldn't know it when you see him in a singlet. You wouldn't know he's just a sophomore, because he was just huge in the turnaround of our football program. That name Kirkpatrick, that's another huge name for Minerva Athletics. I wrestled with his uncle Steve, graduated with Kevin, and we're real excited for Timmy, what he's done on the football field. But tonight it's all about the wrestling, and Timmy's going to put on a show and be crucial if we're going to get this win tonight.
Bouncing back to the girls' side of things for Carrollton, they have a total of 3 players currently ranked in the top 50 in the state. Those come from the Borough rankings. You have Hawkins, 31st in the state in the 100-pound weight class. In 145, it's Peyton Crank. She's also number 31. And then the big player to watch, who, based on the weight classes, most likely will not be wrestling tonight. That'll be Riley Allburn, number 1 in the 190 weight class. A lot of great wrestlers for Carrollton. Unfortunately, not as many matchups as they would like tonight, but still, the wrestlers that will wrestle here, they know what this rivalry means, especially the couple that will get their first taste at this rivalry. Once you play in your rival, whether it be on the basketball court, Minerva Malvern, I would also say Minerva West Branch back on the homecoming night for football was a rivalry. But Minerva Carrollton, that's the big one, and they understand it.
Absolutely. This goes back generations, and the old timers will talk about how they did when they played Carrollton or wrestled Carrollton. This is our true rival, and I feel bad for those schools that don't have a true rival. Carrollton, we have Carrollton Week for football, basketball. We fired up Beat Carrollton t-shirts, and tonight's a big one. It's always a huge match when we wrestle Carrollton. With EBC on the line, the stakes I've never been higher. It's going to be a wonderful night for high school wrestling. There's no place you'd rather be in Minerva right now than Minerva High School watching this wrestling match.
My question, though, is it Carrollton or is it Carrollton with the X? I know at least on Carrollton's side, based on their wrestling page on social medias, it's Minerva the next week.
Yeah, Dave Davis, Carrollton superintendent, him and I are good friends. We are rivals, but we're good friends. But we do like to have a lot of fun with that as well. Absolutely, that rivalry.
On the men's side of the grapplers for Carrollton, it's in the smallest bout, the 106 weight class. Sawyer Broadwater, the junior. He is my wrestler to look at for the matches tonight. I think when you look at the Broadwater last name, of course you have to apply it to baseball. Garrett Broadwater, a great pitcher and outfielder last year for the Warriors, giving them their first regional tournament berth in over 30 years. And oh, by the way, a fan favorite in the summer, playing with another fan favorite at SmeeSports, Don Marchetta and OAB Rundgren, a great summer ball team in the 18U division. I'm excited to see younger bro wrestle for the first time as he looks to carry on that Broadwater name.
Yeah, it seems like Carrollton always has tough lightweights. I don't know what it is about Carroll County and lightweights, but they always have scrappy lightweights, and this year's no different with Broadwater leading the charge there for Carrollton.
And looking at a weight class above him in the 113, you have Cohen Little, 23rd in the state for the 113, another key wrestler to look at. On Minerva's side, the highest ranked player that we're going to look at, of course, Jason Civi, 150, 15th in the state. He's a key player to look at, 20-11 on the year. He's in that sweet spot. 9 times out of 10, there's going to be an opponent for him.
Yeah, Jason's another kid, just a hard-working, hard-nosed, dedicated. He's a 12-month-a-year wrestler, great student. And the 20-11 record, I'll tell you, it's one of the toughest weight classes in the state. No matter who we're wrestling, Jason has a big-time match. Jason's just a junior, but he wants to take that next steps. Came real close to getting to state last year, and he has his eyes set on the state tournament, and looking forward to him lead us tonight against the Warriors.
And if the projected matchups actually do happen, Jaden Sutton, the junior, 18th in the state, 15 versus 18. That might be the bout of the night.
It will be, and the energy's going to be high there. That's going to be a close match. It's going to come down to the third period. And one thing about Jason Civi, his conditioning, don't count him out of any match because the third period is where he really turns it on. He's got a great motor.
And I believe we'll see him in the third bout of the night. From what we've been told, 138 will get us started. If that's the case, Cale Loudermilk, he is going to take over to begin things for Carrollton. As for Minerva, it is going to be Cole Civi, so still Civi in the matchup.
Cole Civi, another hard-nosed, tough kid. He's only a freshman. So freshman wrestling right in the heart of the lineup at the middleweights. That's no easy task, but he's not going to be intimidated. He's going to go out there and give it everything he has for the Lions. And he's going to be another wrestler getting all this freshman experience under his belt. He's going to be one of our foundational pieces all 4 years here for the Minerva Lions. Cole Civi.
And that, of course, sets the table for tonight's matchup. A big one on both ends for the Lady Lions, the Lady Warriors, the Warriors, and then the Lions. With that, we will step aside and hear a word from our sponsors as you are watching OHSAA Wrestling, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Minerva High School, Carrollton High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. The athletes in this match are friendly rivals, and while the match may be quite competitive, all in attendance are reminded that this is a contest between student athletes and that good sportsmanship is expected. The officials assigned to this match tonight have been selected and assigned in accordance with the procedures adopted by the Eastern Buckeye Conference. The officials are Jonathan Burnell and Brad Starbaugh. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Carrollton Warriors. At 100 pounds, we have Kristen Hawkins from Minerva, forfeit. At 105, we have Faith McDaniel and Alyssa Dutchin from Minerva, forfeit. From Carrollton, at 110, from Carrollton, forfeit. From Minerva, Bailey Hilliard. At 115, from Carrollton, forfeit. From Minerva, Ellie Cuddy. At 120 from Carrollton, Cam DePalmo. From Minerva, Emery Sell. At 125 from Carrollton, forfeit. From Minerva, Ali Sullivan. Oh, did I get that wrong? At 130 from Carrollton, Juliana Miller. From Minerva, Rachel Weaver. At 135, Kira McDaniel from Minerva, forfeit. At 140 from Carrollton, Jerry Pallas. Did I say it right? Jerry Pallas from Minerva, forfeit. 145 from Carrollton, Ashley Hasso from Minerva, forfeit. At 155 from Carrollton, Brianna Arquin. From Minerva, Bella Scary. At 170 from Carrollton, forfeit. From Minerva, forfeit. 190. Riley from Carrollton. Riley Allboard. From Minerva, forfeit. Also, Riley is a two-time state placer, by the way. And at 235, forfeit for both teams.
So there you have it, our forfeits and our matchups. It looks like 3 right now in the women's bouts, and we'll see who ends up placing on top.
Yep. We'll just, unless anybody bumps around to get a match in, get a few girls' matches in here. And tonight we're rivals, but the great thing about the girls' side of wrestling, it's really growing, it's exploding. Participation continues to increase. Love going down to Columbus and seeing them compete on the big stage at Ohio State University. So when we run the state tournament now, we have 3 divisions for boys, and then you have the girls division. They're all in one division. So again, tonight we're rivals, but we'll be pulling for those Carrollton girls to get their way down to Columbus and watching them at the state meet.
Was that a segue for your trip to Columbus tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow we're very excited. I was telling Nathan before we started here tonight, Mrs. Scott and I, Olivia Scott, we're heading down to Columbus to watch the Buckeyes take on the Hawkeyes of Iowa. Huge college wrestling match showdown. It's sold out. I never thought I'd pay $100 for a college wrestling ticket, but it's great to see, again, Big Ten wrestling explode as far as interest and attendance, and we're real excited to get down to Columbus tomorrow. Been watching, of course, the Minerva Lions every night at all the basketball and wrestling matches and bowling, and we're going to take one quick break for 24 hours and go watch the Buckeyes.
Should be a fun one. And, of course, Carrollton week doesn't end here for the Lions. It's a trip to Carrollton tomorrow for boys basketball.
Let's go. We came up just short against the Warriors here. Carrollton's having a good season, but I got a good feeling for the Lions tomorrow night when we head down to Carrollton. We're going to give it everything we got and hopefully come out victorious with our boys basketball team. It's always a great matchup. We got down big. We got down real big against Carrollton here at home in basketball, and we made a huge comeback, cut it to a few points, and just kind of ran out of time. So looking forward to that game tomorrow night in Carrollton.
And it looks like we're going to have our points added on. Carrollton already a 12-0 lead. And it's going to look drastic early on here, Mark. And that's just kind of what you get when you have all the disqualifications and the forfeits.
Yeah. Yep.
And we'll see if we do have a matchup in this
Good.
one or
Yep.
not.
Yep, we're going to have a matchup here with Hilliard. So excited to that. See Minerva's leader as far as rankings, ranked in the top 15 in the state, and has what's our record here for Hilliard this year?
29-6.
29-6, impressive.
And she opens up the scoring there with the first takedown of the match.
She's explosive and always fireworks when Hilliard's wrestling. She's always looking to score big, not just a takedown. She's looking for the pin, and right there we go.
One match.
17 seconds.
There you go.
17 seconds.
One bout in, and we already have a pin.
Let's go.
Hilliard, 30-6 on the year. You talk about a wrestler that's already on pace for 100 career wins and then some.
Yep.
There you have it.
Yep. She could be our winningest girl wrestler of all time if she keeps it up.
And of course, you have to look at that record though. Once again, 30-6. Looking at March, you're looking at a potential state title contender, and it's back 12-6 now, and now we're tied up 12-12.
Absolutely. And with girls wrestling, we've got to mention Elena Jackson, undefeated wrestler. Unfortunately, that was before we had OHSA wrestling, but Jackson went undefeated, was a state champion 2020, 21, 22, and she was as dominant as they come in girls wrestling. Just missed before they transitioned to OHSA. But got to mention Jackson.
And another forfeit win there. Now Minerva, their first lead, so to speak, of the match.
Okay.
Once again, going back to it, I believe, unless we have some more reclassifications, which we obviously could, like Hilliard did.
Yeah.
4 matchups now expected.
Good.
And then I think on the men's side, I think we're expecting a full house all the way around in every bout. That could give us a very high-scoring affair.
Yeah, and these girls, our girls travel all over. They travel all over Northeast Ohio. So we make sure on Saturdays, sometimes Sundays even, they'll go to tournaments, get 5-6 matches in an afternoon. So tonight we'll only see, unfortunately, see a few of these showcase matches. There's Rachel Weaver. The Minerva fans aren't happy. They wanted to see Rachel compete on senior night. Unfortunately, doesn't get the opportunity to wrestle, but gets her hand raised. And again, Rachel Weaver, just an outstanding student, outstanding athlete, and we're real proud of Rachel, and we're looking forward to seeing her compete her senior year in the tournaments coming up.
Unfortunate not to see her, but at the same time, if I'm her, I'm thinking, you know what? On my senior night, 6 points possible. I got all 6. I'll take that.
Knowing Rachel, she wants to compete, but yeah.
So now 30-18 as we are still kind of going through the, I would say, administrative aspect of this sport. So far, one matchup and 19 seconds on the clock, 17 seconds from the whistle. Hilliard, an easy pin.
Yeah.
And that's all she wrote, basically, for the match so far.
I'm glad she got Hilliard got the quick pin there, but would have loved to see her showcase her talents a little bit more. But I'll tell you, she smelled blood in the water and got the pin.
I'm just trying to go through in my head where we're at with the list. We'll see if we have a matchup coming up anytime soon or not. Once again, the men still up next. We'll have a big break in between.
Yeah.
But if you're Minerva, anytime you wrestle in this matchup, you gotta win.
And we're going to see just the opposite for the men here. I don't believe there's going to be any forfeits or matches that won't be contested tonight all through the weight classes when we get to the boys' side of things here. So lots of action. Hang with us here. We're going to have a lot of great matchups coming up here real soon.
And going back to it, of course, the big one's going to be in the 150 weight class on the men's side. Jason Civey for Minerva and Jaden Sutton for Carrollton. Jason
Civey's ranked 15th in the state. Again, so close last year to qualifying to the state meet. 20-11 junior, and his opponent tonight's ranked 18th in the state. And just following right after Jason and at 157 for Minerva is Lincoln Wallace. He's also a ranked wrestler for Minerva, ranked 24th, 26-9, the senior. 94 career wins, 2 times a district qualifier. So looking forward to Lincoln wrestle his senior year tonight.
Not to interrupt you, but we do have our second bout of the match.
Yep, Bella Scary from Minerva. Let's go, Bella.
Bella Scary from Minerva.
So it's going to be Scary, and I assume Arquilla for Carrollton.
Bella's a junior for us. Looking to forward. She's pushing forward right away here.
And a big one for Minerva. If you win by a pin, you're back tied up at 36.
All right.
And that's the key right now. But Carrollton up by 6 via the forfeit so far. The only bout we've seen once again, Hilliard, a pin in under 20 seconds.
Bella's trying to work an underhook.
And of course, that leg, you have to be careful there. And that's exactly where Carrollton goes. And they strike first blood. The takedown gets them the opening 3 points. No longer 2 points in OHSAA play.
3 points. 3 points takedown.
And now she goes for the attempted pin. Still a minute and a half on the clock in the opening frame. But Carrollton dominating this bout. And that's exactly what the Warriors have to do from the get-go. You want to impose your will on the road in a hostile environment, this is how you get it done. And if you are Scar, you have to be careful here. Just fight. If you land like this for the next 70 seconds, great. If not, try to work your way towards the boundaries and get out of bounds.
Bella gets to her feet here. She's trying to fight hand control now.
Unable to get the escape. Still a great chance for Carrollton to get the pin, and it looks like they will, unless Scary comes up with something here. Still
nice
50
job.
seconds to battle, and she rolls over.
Yep, gave up 2 back points there, but Bella's fighter rolled right through. Carrollton sinks a half. She's looking away.
And if you're Carrollton, I love this placement. She was trying to get towards that boundary to get out of bounds and reset. You bring her right back towards the center. Exactly what she had to do there. Still 35 seconds to battle. I give Scary a lot of credit, and that goes back to conditioning. You got to hang in here as Arquilla, she gets some air.
She's going for a cradle, but this enables Bella get her hips out on top. Again, trying to throw an underhook in.
Still 5-0 Carrollton in the opening frame of this one.
Plenty of time to get around for a reversal. 15 seconds.
If not, you just go for the escape and you get something to end the opening frame. Still 10 seconds left to go in it.
Bella's down 5-0, so she would like to get on the board here.
And we'll see if she does. Final 3 seconds will run off the clock. No extra movement.
No change.
And we'll see if she gets any points at the end of the period.
And you're right, Nathan. If she could have just pushed off there, couldn't get the reversal, maybe go for the escape. Plenty of time, though, to make up those points.
From a strategy side, what would you have done there given the score?
Yeah, it's easy to say up here, but initially go for that reversal, get the 2 points, end the period on top. As time was winding down, maybe push off and get your escape.
And Arquilla, she will choose to start on top. I don't hate that decision at all. Get control, but if you are Scary, get the escape and get on the board here. But she'll go right back down. Arquilla not letting go.
Locking hands. Locking hands. So as soon as you hit the mat there, you're allowed to lock hands to return her to the mat, but then you got to release your grasp. She didn't do it in time, and that'll be 1 point for Bella from Minerva. Scary.
You're on the board. You get to reset. Still a minute 53 on the clock in the second period. You're down by 4. Still a very winnable bout.
Absolutely.
But once again, Arquilla choosing to start on top. And I expect to see that every single time from here on out for Carrollton and for Minerva. Arquilla not giving anything right after the whistle. And for now, it might just be stay steady and don't overcommit to anything. Scary, a tough wrestler here at Minerva. If she finds any weakness, she's going to take it.
There
it is, right on cue. The reversal puts Minerva back within 2. And now I think she wants to flip her over. She wants that pin. Still a minute 30 on the clock in the second, but a massive momentum swing in favor of the Lions. I said it moments ago, if she finds a weakness, she's going to take it. Exactly what she does there.
Yeah, caught the Carrollton wrestler off balance, and she pounced on it. So good job, Bella. Now let's see if she can take control here on top.
Carrollton going for the reversal to try and get those 2 points right back. And there it is.
And now we're getting back points too, unfortunately.
So now 7-3, Carrollton back up by 4. A great response by Arquilla. And a tough spot to be in if you are the Lions. Still 50 seconds on the clock in the second. And we will see if they start the countdown or not anytime soon. And there it is. There is the pin. And Carrollton will win their first bout of the night.
Good matchup there.
And that'll give Carrollton a 12-point lead overall. So 2 bouts so far, 2 pins. And that is kind of what you alluded to in the pregame show.
Yeah, a lot of explosive moves for the girls on the wrestling side, so you do tend to see a few more pins on the girls' side than the boys.
And I like what she did there. Arquilla, for most of the first period, she went waist and kind of stomach area. That time, got under, gripped the leg. You're not going to get out of a hit like that.
Yeah, she was, again, she saw the opportunity there to get the pin and took advantage of it.
And it looks like that'll do it for the women's matchup. Carrollton gets the win 48-30, excuse me. This is what you would expect, of course, once again with those forfeits. So in the end, we only saw 2 matchups.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Wish we had a few more matchups as far as where the girls' weights are. But two really good programs. We're going to root for both of them as we head into the OHSA tournament side of things. And our girls are getting a lot of matches at tournaments. Unfortunately, tonight with the dual meet, we only got 2 matchups. But they're both fun matches, and each team got a pin.
And I'll tell you what, I expect no more forfeits the rest of the night. And oh, by the way, 4 JV games.
Yeah, we're going to watch a couple JV matches here and then get rolling right into the varsity.
Biggest takeaway, though, from that opening matchup, if you will, if you want to link them, you can. If not, that's okay with me. But Hilliard, that quick pin, that's how you start the night, and that's how you continue dominating. She can go far. Independent of the team, I wouldn't be surprised if she finds her way to Columbus and can place top 10.
Oh, that's the goal. She already had that opportunity as a freshman to get the state. Once you get that experience under your belt, then your goal is to get on the podium and work your way towards the top of the podium, and that's where Hilliard, again, she's a summer wrestler. She's been wrestling since youth, since she could get on the youth team, so she's got lots of experience. She's been around wrestling her whole life, so that's the goal, no doubt about it, and looking forward to watching her compete to reach those goals.
And I want to know where your head's at with this. If you're trying to build a program, you need a cornerstone player or a cornerstone group. I would say Bailey Hilliard, she's your cornerstone player.
In wrestling, you need somebody to set the tone in the wrestling room each and every day to lead by example, absolutely. And we're fortunate here at Minerva to have those athletes.
So here you are, and I assume the first of 4 JV matchups. No names for this one. So for all intents and purposes, it's the Lions and the Warriors.
Getting these young guys some mat time, that's what it's all about.
And that's the key. This is what it's all about. These communities, there is some, of course, bad blood because they're rivals, but at the same time, they're building for the future, and these are going to be great rivalries that will continue to build not just tonight, but also throughout the rest of these guys' and girls' high school careers as Carrollton takes the opening point on the takedown.
Yeah, and how about the middle school match, Nathan? It came, what a matchup. Minerva came out on top in the middle school, but it came right down to the heavyweight match there. Minerva won by 6.
And the smartness of that team, that was really what won. They could have taken those stall points backing away. The heavyweight for Minerva just kind of kept engaged, momentum forward, and going back to it when Arquilla, she went down in that last bout for the girls. It was her positioning and her momentum. It was leaning back. That was an easy takedown for Scary, just given the situation. And I believe in that case it was a reversal more than just a takedown. But balance is everything. You got to be able to stay composed. And right now, Carrollton doing a great job of that, controlling this opening period. Once again, this is the JV matchup. Varsity still to follow. A long night of wrestling up ahead. So make sure you stick with us as we continue to work through this one. 30 seconds left to go in the opening period. Carrollton still up by 3. And I expect to really see nothing change in the next 25 seconds or so.
Lots of former wrestlers here tonight. Jason Lutz running the scoreboard for Minerva. He was a 2-time state qualifier, 1992 and 1993. In fact, he went into the 1993 state tournament undefeated at 32-0. Jason Lutz, he's our STEM teacher over at the middle school. So shout out to Mr. Lutz, stud back in the day, 92-93 state qualifier for Minerva.
Impressive. And speaking of impressive, they'll call that one 5 points for the Warriors.
Yeah. 8-0 lead here for Warrior JV Wrestler.
And the big thing there, you avoid the pin. But still 13 seconds, and he did the right thing. He went for that leg, got the grip he needed. And he's going to try and go for it again here in the final 10 seconds. Maybe an aggressive push, maybe not. As things stand, Carrollton up by 8 in the first bout of the JV matchup. And it looks like that'll end the opening period. Domination from Carrollton, and it doesn't get any easier for Minerva. I would once again assume that the Warriors opt to start on top. And I believe we do have some JV names now.
I'm checking. I'm gonna see if I can get that information.
Seeing some names, but of course we don't know who exactly is up.
Yeah.
So there is Minerva. They will start on top, but in that case, Carrollton, a sneaky move, gets out of it, and they lead 9-0. And beautiful, going right for that leg. Another 3 on the takedown now, 12-0 Carrollton. And you saw it right there. Too much momentum leading forward. The Warrior got out of that, got the point for the escape. Of course, you start on the bottom and you escape
right,
there.
Easiest
right,
point. Yep, transitioned right into a takedown. And that's what you want to do. You want those escapes. You want to transition, hand fight, right. You want to chain wrestle. You don't want to wrestle robotic. You want to be smooth. You want to chain wrestle, escape right into takedown, whether that be a hand fight or a level change. Get right into your takedown. Now you got 4 points.
And I assume at least for a while, barring an escape, it stays 12-0, if not a pin. And the Warriors getting excellently aggressive. It's not in a bad way. Nothing flagrant about it. Just a lot of pile driving. Now you got to be careful. You got to stay in bounds. They started the countdown for a second, but Minerva able to get out of bounds. Carrollton still staying in.
There's the pin.
And an excellent job by the Warriors. You know that's a time-sensitive issue right there. Minerva did the right thing. You try and get out of bounds. You try and reset. But the Warriors, a very well-coached group. No surprise there.
And at one time, that would have been out of bounds. But they changed the rules, and you are able to wrestle right through the line. Quick shout-out, we got Robbie Wilson coaching the JV wrestlers for the Warriors. He was the head coach at Malvern for many years, had an excellent run at Malvern, coaching the Zach Babachek, and, of course, Tyson Clear. Tyson, the most accomplished wrestler Malvern's ever had. So Robbie went to his back to his hometown of Carrollton, but did a fantastic job teaching in the classroom and head wrestling coach for Malvern. Now he's assistant at Carrollton.
And I feel like if you agree with me here, as there is the opening takedown of this next matchup of the JV game itself, a lot of these small-town communities, it's all interconnected. Once again, going back to Chad Hilliard, AD at Marlington for a year, goes back to his small town of Minerva. It stays with these kind of 5 or 6 intertwined schools, and you see the same exact thing in the IVC where Malvern resides.
Absolutely, and we're pulling for the Hornets and pulling for the Warriors, except for when we're competing against them. So close-knit communities and just some great educators, great coaches. We're so fortunate, not only as coaches in teaching wrestling technique and toughness and conditioning, but teaching them how to be young men, being role models and mentors, and really focus on not just athletics but academics. Kenny Beaumarriage and Leah Sanyuk, we'll get into them a little bit later here, but just outstanding coaches, educators, and role models.
Now back where I'm from, Holy Name Pattable, which we have tomorrow night for girls basketball. There's no support when they're not playing each other. That is not the case at all. It's
got
a pure
the Holy
rivalry.
War there, huh?
The Parma Holy War.
Yeah.
They're friends off the court, off the field, off whatever you want to call it. But in the end, it's not going to happen when they're playing each other or if they're playing somebody else unless it helps them win a conference title, which you'll actually see on Valentine's Day, as Holy Name will need some help from Elyria Catholic, an old Holy War rival back in the GLC days as they play paddle, but that'll be it for tomorrow. Once again, for those just tuning in, we're not waffling out of our minds here during a varsity. This is a JV match. We're still going through it. This is matchup 2 of 4 in the
Yeah,
JV
4 matches.
match. So we'll see
These
how it ends
guys-
up going.
These guys are getting experience, getting all the mat time they can. You see the coaches coaching them up hard, and they'll get their turn in the varsity lineup down the road here next year or the year after.
And JV included so far. Every single bout has ended via pin.
Yeah, yep. We have, speaking of assistant coaches, Leo Sanyuk, I mentioned interesting trivia question. Coach Sanyuk, outstanding social studies teacher here at Minerva High School. Graduated Ivy Leaguer, graduated from Brown University. But when he was a senior at Copley, he wrestled Chris Hahn in the state championship, Minerva's 3-time state champion. And Leo gave Chris Hahn everything he wanted, was a tough competitor, but of course Chris Hahn came out on top. Those two battled, and interestingly enough, a few years later, Coach Sanyuk ends up at Minerva and has been a coach here for many, many years, 15-plus years. But interesting trivia question there. Coach Sanyuk, a state runner-up, outstanding educator, and a graduate of Brown University. So we sure are happy to have him as part of our Minerva family.
And I believe, looking at Carrollton side of things, Hunter Dietrich, I believe his name, a great wrestler just last year for them. I believe he is in attendance tonight, a wrestler over at Findlay.
Yeah, Hunter. He's either first or second. I'll look here at our record books on the all-time win list. Twice All-Ohio wrestler. Just had an outstanding career. Wrapped up last year with an All-Ohio finish at the state tournament.
Death taxes and this area of Ohio producing great wrestlers.
That's right. Hunter placed 5th last year and 8th in 2023. Outstanding career. That was another guy, high motor, just came at you, aggressive, just a fun wrestler to watch.
And yet another potential pin, and there it is.
Hunter is 3rd all-time and wins 151. The all-time winningest wrestler is Dalton Hartshorn from Minerva, another All-Ohio wrestler. Dalton was a 2025 Minerva Athletic Hall of Fame inductee. Dalton was also an outstanding running back for the Minerva Lions.
So this past season, correct? We were there for that.
Yes, yep.
Had to think back to that. That was the, I believe, is that Minerva West Branch?
For
Hall of Fame night.
Oh, yeah, but then they were introduced on the field. So great job. Minerva has an outstanding athletic Hall of Fame banquet, but we introduced them Friday night at the game, and then Saturday we have the banquet here at Minerva High School. And yeah, Dalton, that's great you remember that. Dalton was honored that night. Had some awesome inductees, including my daughter, Mackenzie Scott, ran at Youngstown State, All-Ohio track, All-Ohio cross country. So proud papa moment there. They need to brag a little bit on my daughter, Mackenzie.
And going back to our broadcast of that game, I think we spent 3 or 4 minutes just astonished by her records.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun watching her. She's just was a hard. Again, wrestling, we're talking about hard-nosed wrestling. She was kind of a hard-nosed runner, wasn't afraid of the competition, and just went after it. So we had a lot of fun watching her here at Minerva High School, cross country and track, proud tradition in those sports. And then right next door over at Youngstown State University, ran 5 years for the Penguins.
Very impressive all the way around. 50 seconds left to go in the period. Minerva, their first lead of the JV bouts, up 3-0, and so far just in control. And here's the whistle, I believe, interlocked hands?
Yep. Speaking of coaches, Coach Kenny Beaumarriage, only in his 2nd year here at Minerva. He was the head coach next door for the United Golden Eagles. We're really happy to have Kenny here at Minerva. Again, 7th grade math teacher, outstanding educator, and also our head girls golf coach. A few years ago, we won just a few matches. This year, we won the EBC championship, placed high in the Stark County championship, went on to qualify and placed 12th at the OHSA state meet. Now get this, in girls golf, there's only one division. So Minerva, even with our smaller size enrollment, 1,600 students, we were able to get our girls to Akron Firestone Country Club to compete in the Division I state championships for golf. Peyton Beaumarriage, Kenny's daughter, outstanding golfer for us, and his wife, Ashley Beaumarriage, is one of my teammates at Central Office. She's our treasurer, and this year we won the Auditor's Estate Award for best practices in accounting. So very proud of the Bow Marriages and all their contributions here to Minerva Local Schools.
So you're telling me when I go home and do my accounting homework tonight, I need to talk to you guys?
That's right. That's right. We have outstanding, always responsible. Our cost per pupil for students, 20% less than the state average. So
Wow.
we're very fiscally responsible with our resources here at Minerva Local Schools. Yet we're a 4-star rating academic school. So high achievement, but we're doing it on a budget, and we're taking good care of our resources. Very proud of that.
And that's awesome all the way around. Once again, this is matchup 2 or 3 of 4 in JV.
I think we're either at 3 or 4 here.
I believe matchup 3 of 4 in JV. Men's varsity still to follow, and that is for the Eastern Buckeye Conference crown. A lot of interesting topics to talk about tonight.
Yep, I can't wait. And we got both sides are full here. Carrollton, Minerva, this gym is packed.
And I believe Carrollton did post a 7 p.m. start time. A lot of their fans have trickled in, of course, after the 7 p.m. time frame. Near sold out house, if not sold out. And even upstairs in the quote-unquote loge, if you will, it's full.
Hope they stopped at the Classic or Normandy or Grinders or K-Pasa or any of our fine restaurants here in Minerva. Great places to eat in Minerva.
They need to come advertise.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you to all of our advertisers, along with the Minerva Athletic Department for making tonight's telecast possible. By name, Heather Prince of Howard Hanna, Dr. D.
Dr. D.
One of the
my
big
guy.
ones. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club, also our broadcast presenter, the Crowell Lumber Company, and Crowell Interiors.
Outstanding. Crowell, yeah. Furniture, lumber, hardware, great place. They do it all. They install too.
Very nice all the way around, and they have been a big supporter of ours since day one, covering Minerva back on August 26th, a matchup for volleyball against West Branch.
Yep. Again, Minerva volleyball, outstanding fall. 14 wins. Coach Oakes, EBC Coach of the Year. And big turnaround. And how many seniors did we have? Do you know?
1.
Only 1 senior. A lot of firepower.
Becca Jackson, though, one of the best seniors in the conference.
She was, yep. We just talked about Elena Jackson, her outstanding wrestling career. That's her sister. So Jackson girls, outstanding athletes.
Is there 5, though? Can we call them the Jackson 5?
Not 5.
Once again, JV, 52 seconds left to go in period 2 of bout 3. Then after that, we'll have a pause for warm-ups for the varsity matchup. And then the big one. Can Minerva have to, once again, go back to your good accounting practices, spend a little money on some ink to add 2025/26 to the wall? That's the big question.
We would love to. Again, we won in 2020, 2021, back-to-back. Minerva has a proud wrestling tradition. Lots of Hall of Famers. Coach Coolman, Coach Bob Wiley. We can go back all the way to the Senate League in the 80s. And then Coach Chad Hilliard, now Coach Kenny Bowmarriage. But getting an easy EBC title is no easy task. Marlington, West Branch, Carrollton, Salem, you're talking hammers. Those are great wrestling programs known throughout the state. So winning an ABC title in this conference in wrestling, tough work.
And don't forget about, on the women's side, the head honchos, the Alliance Aviators.
Oh, absolutely. They just won the Top Gun tournament.
I believe back-to-back years doing so. And then on the men's side, it was Clovis North upsetting Brecksville.
Unbelievable. Out of state, you never know who's going to show up at they shut down school on that Friday for Alliance. It's a tradition like no other. It's been going on since the 80s. It's a wrestling showcase, and we're lucky it's right here in our backyard. We've been participating in it for years. Coach Jason Lutz, I mentioned Mr. Lutz earlier. He was a MVP of the Alliance Top Gun tournament.
And I was lucky last year to get to call the finals for Channel 1022. It was fun to watch. And going back to it, my wrestling background, of course, I'm not going to say it's great because it's obviously not, but that's why we have you along here, Mark. You're our wrestling brains, but I know a good amount about the sport, and I'm hoping to be able to show that off a little bit later tonight.
You know your way around the mat. And again, we're just so thankful to have you here tonight and promoting high school athletics, promoting the Minerva Lions, and giving our wrestlers a chance to shine tonight.
And I'll give you the story of the first wrestling match that I called. It was a tri-match back in the old GLC, Holy Name, Buckeye, and Lakewood. Back at that time, it was the 22-23 season Buckeye. They had a massive heavyweight, number 2 in the state. His first loss of the season, I believe, was that night.
Yeah. And you'll see that. You'll have a dual meet, and you'll see we're going to have some ranked matchups tonight. and every once in a while you get a real treat and get a top 10 or top 5 matchup.
That's always what you want to see. A strong move here from Carrollton, trying to get the upper hand on Minerva, down by 3, and only a minute 35 left to go in the matchup.
He's in deep on that double leg. 6-3, a minute and a half to go.
And a great job by Minerva. They were able to sweep the leg and get a piece of it.
Haven't secured the takedown yet.
Get the cradle and just kind of sit with it for a while, and this bout is yours. You got to be careful. But Minerva, they showed us earlier, they know how to safely go around. And there it is, 3 more points for the Lions, now up by 6 in this JV matchup.
Yeah, I believe this is Zach German for Minerva. Nice story. First year ever wrestling, and he's doing great work on the mat. I know Coach Bo Marriage is very proud of him. It's hard. Wrestling's a hard sport to jump into at the high school level. A lot of these guys have been competing since first, second, third grade. So it takes a lot of courage to come out as a high school wrestler.
Carrollton trying for the reversal. German doing a nice job keeping his composure.
He's got to pop his head and bury his hips in there. Yeah, there you go.
And now back on top.
Now
a strong
he's back
recovery.
to safe. Up 9-3 with 27 seconds. He's got to be smart here.
And now you go back to the center. Anything crazy from Carrollton, and they have a chance to tie it up.
Interesting strategy. German's gonna allow the escape here and just finish. He must be much more comfortable on his feet. He's going for a Russian or a 2-on-1, trying to slow down, speed up the clock here, slow down the match.
And Carrollton pile driving with all they can. 10 seconds to go.
10 seconds.
They got to get the takedown. They get it, down by 2.
He's just got to crawl forward here, keep his head up.
A valiant effort here from the Warriors, but in the end, it's not going to be enough. 9-7. German hangs on. And for a first-year wrestler, the bold call there, I love it. And he knew what to do. A lot of guys, especially your first year wrestling, you would get frantic. Okay, I'm on the ground. How do I hold on? He goes back to his training, does the right thing, and wins a JV matchup. Minerva's first JV win of the game, or the match rather. I'm impressed by that.
And as a wrestler, just getting his first matches under his belt, that's going to really help him grow confidence. Colt Tarbett. And Colt Tarbett's a wrestler that had quite a bit of varsity experience. Looking forward to him tonight, getting in here in junior varsity, hopefully getting a win for the Lions.
And I believe is his brother Lane Tarbett, a player for the basketball team. There you go.
Great family. Great family. Graduated with Nick and Faith. Faith, class of 98. Great family. And Colt out here representing the Lions.
Still no points awarded quite yet. Both sides trying to gun for the opening takedown. Carrollton in the driver's seat for it, and there it is.
Yeah, interesting dynamic. Lane in the basketball court, and Colt here on the mats.
2 very different sports. One, well, to be fair, we do see a lot of wrestling moves in basketball. They're called technical fouls, but still we do see them. We saw 3 on Friday night in the Aviators matchup here. Not anything crazy, but still technical fouls nonetheless. But 3-0 Carrollton in what looks to be our final JV match tonight before we get ready for the varsity matchup. A big one, so many big bouts. And of course, once again, the one to stay tuned for specifically, Jaden Sutton in the 150 and Jason Civi in the 150. Assuming both wrestle 150, we're looking at the matchup / bout of the night.
Yeah, I don't anticipate a lot of bumping here. I hope that, I believe both teams will keep those lineups pretty solid and just let things shake out where they go. Both teams have a full lineup, but you never know what tricks Coach Bazook or Coach Bo Marriage will have up their sleeve.
And the one that I would expect to see, depending on if they could have gotten it properly done or not, either Spilker or Childs, both listed at 132, dropping down to 126 to match up more favorably with O'Massey, 18-11 on the year, and a district qualifier from a year ago.
Yeah, and Colton's a hard-nosed lightweight from Minerva, so that's up.
20 seconds left to go in the first period of our final JV bout. Carrollton up 3, courtesy of a takedown early.
Senior night.
Senior night, it's the big one. Of course, we saw one wrestler for Minerva in the girls' side of things. Unfortunately, in the end, did not get to match up with anybody. And that'll do it for the opening period. Carrollton up 3-0. We'll see if there's any extra points added on. And the answer is going to be no. Not enough time down there on top of riding to get anything extracurricular.
Yeah, riding time is a collegiate point. So high school, no riding time. You got to go for the turns or a fall.
So 2 minutes back on the clock, and Carrollton quick on their feet, or to be more literal, quick on the mat.
Yeah.
An immediate attack at the legs and a chance to get another takedown. That would be a strong start to this final JV bout for the Warriors if they get it done.
Colt Tarbett got good defense here. He's got the cross face, but he's got to get his hips out. Got to get his hips off the mat.
And if you're Carrollton, it's time to pile drive, and that's the right move there. Just kind of go down, avoid any potential pin. You take the 3 on the chin. It's not ideal, but it's better than ending the bout right here.
And that's just it. He just drove right through. Colt was trying to run a cross face, trying to reach over Carrollton's hip there, but Carrollton wrestler just powered right through for the takedown.
And once again, going back to it, you have to understand the scenario there, and he did. If you see that pile drive, you know the power that Carrollton brings. It's no secret. You have the film on that. You just flip over, and you go from there, now down by 6.
Yeah. Colt's got to get it going, though. Minute 16 left in the second period here.
Obviously, in JV, it's not going to matter, but when you're at a 6-0 deficit, you got to be careful of surrendering a major decision opposed to just a basic decision.
Especially tonight. This dual meet, it's going to be every team point's going to count. It very well could come down to a point or two. So,
and if it does down the stretch, that does favor Carrollton heavily.
You do have to be conscientious. Try to keep it close, even if your opponent is maybe a little out, you're outclassed. You got to keep it close for the team. Try and keep it to 3 points if you can't get the win.
So 40 seconds left to go in period 2 of this JV bouts. Once again, Varsity still up next.
Forcing some action here. Looking for a reversal. He's in on that leg. Plenty of time. 30 seconds to get around.
And to cut it to 4 with still 2 minutes to play after this, that would be huge for Minerva. And if you're Carrollton, you're kind of content with just staying put. At the same time, if the opportunity presents itself, go for the pin. Now 10 seconds on the clock, and here comes the do-si-do. And it looks like we will see a third period in this one. A strong outing from Carrollton, once again getting a quick takedown in period 2. And there it is. And it looks like on top of it, they're going to add.
Carrollton choosing down. See if Colt Tarpey can get something going on here on top.
And given the escapability of the Warriors so far in the match, I like it. So 2 minutes left to go. Most likely our final JV bout of the night. Minerva trying to change their fortunes here to lead into the men's matchup.
We got Gary and Joe Chaddock here. Both former superintendents for the Lions. Gary, a state champion. Joe, runner-up. Pretty impressive.
Where are you at in that list?
Nah, state qualifier, not state placer.
Still 3 guys that have some state history.
That's right. Yeah, those Gary was 3 times All-Ohio, placed 3rd, 5th, and 1st. And Joe 2 times All-Ohio, 5th, and a runner-up. Outstanding wrestlers. Outstanding educational leaders. Joe, superintendent for Stark County Educational Service Center, so he's a leader for the whole county.
Still 1:05 left to go in our final JV bouts. And we will have a stoppage 1:01 on the clock in regulation, so to speak. Which, so far, we haven't seen any overtime, whether it be in the youth, the middle school, or the women's varsity, or JV for that matter. We could see some OT bouts.
I hope.
Once again, going back to the one in the 150, I think if we're going to see it, it's going to be there. And that would be the 3rd bout of the match.
And I like my guy Jason in that scenario because, again, he's got the motor, the conditioning. I've seen it. Looking forward to that.
That, of course, the main event still yet to come here tonight.
And we're going to start at 138, Nathan. So that'll be a matchup of Cole Civvy and Cal Loudermilk. Loudermilk ranked 16th in the state.
Minerva able to take a point now, down by 7. Going back to it, that will be the decision, or excuse me, the difference between a major decision and a basic decision For a player that wants to step up to the varsity level, that's what you want to show. Understanding of your circumstance. You might not win this bout tonight, but in the end, if this was on the varsity stage, you save your team a point overall.
Yeah, 7 points. That's going to be just the decision. In the varsity match, that's going to be 3 team points. Good to see Colt back on the mat tonight. Didn't get the outcome he wanted, but good, hard-fought 3-period match.
And I believe, is that our first of the nights?
Decision?
First,
Could be.
First non-pin.
Could be.
It's crazy to say that. It really is, considering that we've seen just, I believe, what was it? Total 6 bouts so far? 2 women's varsity, and then on the opposite end of things.
Dax, we
JV?
had one decision. Dax German had a decision JV match.
Okay, there we go.
Yep. So Carrollton's going to, as the visitors, they warm up first.
And they are getting ready to go. Still a long while before that varsity matchup will get underway. Most likely, I would assume around 8:05, 8:10 we get underway. And with that in mind, we will step aside. You are watching OHSAA Wrestling on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva, or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! At Crow Lumber Company in Malvern, we carry everything you need to build and maintain your home. Cutting keys and fixing your window screens are just a couple of our services we offer, and we can deliver your large orders as well. Visit us at 222 West Main Street in Malvern, Ohio, or call us at 330-863-0303. You can also visit our new website at crowlumber.com. Crow Lumber Company in Malvern, for all your building needs since 1945. Here at Crow Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow. With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva, or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! At Crow Lumber Company in Malvern, we carry everything you need to build and maintain your home. Cutting keys and fixing your window screens are just a couple of our services we offer, and we can deliver your large orders as well. Visit us at 222 West Main Street in Malvern, Ohio, or call us at 330-863-0303. You can also visit our new website at crowlumber.com. Crow Lumber Company in Malvern, for all your building needs since 1945. Here at Crow Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow.
Welcome back to the Lions Den in Minerva. It's Minerva High School, and you are watching OHSAA Wrestling on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club. It's time, Mark. It is time. At least partially, a new Eastern Buckeye Conference champion is about to be crowned.
Oh, absolutely. The excitement, the energy in the gym. This is what you work for all summer, all fall, all winter. A crack at the EBC championship. We won back-to-back championships 2020, 2021. Tonight, Coach Beaumarriage is trying to get 2026 up here on the board. Minerva's had a great fall. Men's and women's cross country, men's and women's golf, 14 wins in volleyball, 5 wins in football, EBC cheerleading championship. Now let's go get one in wrestling.
And as I've said all year in covering Minerva, this is a pure revival. This town last year athletically, down and out. Some big changes made. Coach Lids, Coach Beaumarriage, you name it. They have rallied and they are ready to go. They want some more hardware. They want one more title for this small town just south of Stark County. Will they get it, or will the Warriors reign supreme? With that in mind, once again, we toss it downstairs for our second set of pregame introductions.
Now for the starting lineups for both teams. Starting at 106, from Carrollton, Cohen Little. From Minerva, Alex Wright. At 113 from Carrollton, Sawyer Broadwater. From Minerva, senior Tyler Phillips. At 120 from Carrollton, Jackson Sutton. From Minerva, Sean Weaver. 26 from Carrollton. Ozzy Royball from Minerva, Colton Almacy. At 132 from Carrollton. Sanders Spilker from Minerva, Caden Miller. At 138 from Carrollton, Kale Loudermilk from Minerva, Mo City. At 144 from Carrollton, John Childs from Minerva, senior Colton Godsey. At 150 from Carrollton, James Sutton from Minerva, Jason City. At 157, Joey Richardson from Minerva, senior Lincoln Wallace. At 165 from Carrollton, Brody Gonda from Minerva, Ethan Weaver. At 175 from Carrollton, Darian DePalmo from Minerva, senior Enoch Brodzinski. At 190 from Carrollton, Jameson Powell from Minerva, Timmy Kirkpatrick. At 215 from Carrollton, forfeit from Minerva, senior Aiden Reagan. At 285 from Carrollton, Wyatt Ridson from Carrollton, Drayden Yost. The Carrollton Warriors are coached by head coach McGee, assisted by Coach Kazook, Coach Wilson, Coach Mendez, and Coach Robinson. And from Minerva, your coaches are head coach Kenny Bomarriage, assisted by Leo Sanyak, and Cody Keeper.
So some big news during introductions there, Mark. A forfeit from Carrollton.
Yeah, 215, right?
215.
Yep. So we'll see how big that impacts. We're going to start at 138. So we're going to have some big matches right off the rip here. Again, packed houses. Thank you to these two great communities, everybody coming out and supporting the great sport of wrestling. A lot of Minerva wrestling royalty in the house tonight. We have Gary Chaddock, state champion, Joe Chaddock, state runner-up, Representative Matt Kishman in the Ohio House of Representatives. He was a good heavyweight for us, great football player, played at Youngstown State. Chad Hilliard is here, our assistant principal, two-time All-Ohio wrestler, former head wrestling coach for Minerva. So this match will bring everybody out. Jason Lutz, two-time state qualifier for Minerva. He's running the scoreboard. A lot of former wrestlers. Wrestling runs in the blood in Minerva, runs in the blood at Carrollton, and everybody's excited to be here. Watch a great match with an EBC championship on the line.
And to do the math and just looking at our list, bout 8 has the forfeit. And then after that, you'll still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matchups, I believe.
Every point's going to count here. So watch team points. Are we going for a technical fall, a major decision? Every team point's going to count here. And here we go. Cole Civi, the freshman for Minerva. He's got a tall task tonight with Loudermilk. Placed 5th at the state last year at the state meet. He's an All-Ohio wrestler, currently ranked number 16 in the state. He's a stud. He's a junior.
This place is loud. They are ready to go. Nearly a sold-out house in Minerva, and we are ready to go. It is the boys varsity matchup, bout 1 underway. The 138's getting us started tonight. And, of course, the pressure is on from the get-go.
Yeah, Cole Civi, a freshman. He's a year-round wrestler, tough kid, hard worker. And but he's got his cans full here with an All-Ohio athlete from Carrollton.
And Loudermilk going down for that left leg, trying to sweep the leg. And nearly out of bounds, and it looks like he's just going to try to toe that line. Excellent composure by the Warriors so far. 1:30 now on the clock in the opening period, and a strong start for both squads. And it looks like Civi's just trying to drag him out of bounds. One more pull away from doing so, just trying to hang on with that leg. Carrollton's Loudermilk keeping his feet inside the ring.
Civi doing a great job fighting this up. He's got to be careful he doesn't get called for fleeing the mat, but now Loudermilk's got both. Looks like he's got control. Referee hasn't awarded the takedown yet. There we go.
And there it is.
3 points.
Carrollton striking first, and there he is out of bounds. That's best case scenario right there for the Warriors. You get your takedown, and you go out of bounds, a chance to reset, and you start on top.
Yeah, Cole gave it everything he could. Good balance, good fight, hand fight there. Loudermilk, a veteran wrestler, knocks down that all-important first takedown. Cole's got to be tough on bottom.
And as you said, Mark, every single point, team point-wise, is going to matter from here on out. It's going to be a massive race. There's really no number in mind right now of if you get this, you're going to win. It could come down to the final matchup. It could come down to that forfeit for all we know. But 40 seconds on the clock in the opening period.
He's working a cradle. So this is a big moment here in this match. Nice job, Cole, breaking out of that. He had a cradle locked up there. Cole able to hand fight, get long there with his neck, and get to his feet for a point for an escape. 3-1.
Minerva down by 2, trying to change their fortunes before the end of the first period. Still plenty of time. Civi trying to go for that leg. Loudermilk says not so fast, and they will battle out of bounds, and there's the takedown. A massive 3 points as Loudermilk takes himself out of the equation. Now 6-1 Carrollton.
Right at the end of the period, Loudermilk's so explosive. You just you can't relax even a second. He's so explosive right there on the edge of the mat. Cole wrestling him tough.
And if you're Civi, you have 5 seconds to try and get out of it. You're not going to be able to do so. Just kind of a stalemate on the ground. And that should take us home after 1 period. And it will. 6-1 Carrollton on top. A strong performance so far from Cale Loudermilk. 2 takedowns and then right away takes himself out of the equation going out of bounds. Some shrewd wrestling thus far.
Yep, the junior fifth at the state meet last year. He's an elite wrestler. And Cole Civi, a freshman. Very bright future for the Lions. And he's given Loudermilk all he can here for the Lions.
20-11 on the year as well, so not too shabby for his freshman campaign. Wants to get to 25 to be on track to get to, of course, that coveted 100. And it's another strong start for Carrollton. The opening 2 points of period number 2, now up by 7, right on the border of a major decision when it's all said and done.
We'll see Cole's brother, Jason, coming up here real quick. The junior from Minerva will wrestle 150, a key matchup here.
And that matchup will be against Jaden Sutton, 18th in the state versus 15th in the state. But right now, Carrollton, a strong case to start. They want to go up here 6-0. Of course, that's always your goal. Get the pin, get your 6 points. But it's always a tough task, especially right now. You're on the border of 3 and 4. Get your 4 points to start, and then let the rest of your guys really do their thing. And as we talked about, Mark, the heavier the guys get, the more advantage Minerva has. The featherweights, that's Carrollton.
You know who's smiling? Athletic Director Garth Evans. Look at this gate tonight. Big crowd. Over there with Principal Andy Mangan, a 1998 state qualifier for the Minerva Lions at heavyweight.
Going back to your auditing records, this one's definitely going to help out.
Yeah, yep. Treasurer Bo Marriage, married to Coach Kenny Bo Marriage, will be happy.
A minute left to go here in period number 2, the halfway point of the opening bout. The 138, Loudermilk for Carrollton, Civi for Minerva. And right now it's all Cale Loudermilk, and no surprise, once again, 16th in the state. And he's showing why tonight. Maybe even a case to go up to top 15 when it's all said and done.
Absolutely. He placed 5th at the state meet last year, so I'm thinking that ranking might be a little low for Loudermilk.
And he's definitely showing it off here. Maybe some extra points down the stretch in period number 2. He wants to try and start the pin countdown. And we'll see if Coach Beaumarriage can toodle Civi a little bit from the sideline. His tutelage so far has been great all the way around for these underclassmen.
Civi's fighting. This is tough mat time for our freshman. He's really hanging in there.
This is where you have to know the clock. 10 seconds left to go.
Be
Survive
strong.
and
Stay
live
strong
to
here.
fight another period. And there
Right
it
at
is,
the
a
end of the
potential
period.
pin at the buzzer. Will Loudermilk get it? 2 seconds
Hang
left to
tough,
go.
Hang tough.
We'll see. There's the buzzer.
Time. Right again. Both periods, explosive moves from Loudermilk right at the end of the period in the last 5-10 seconds for big points.
So now 12-1. That'll give him 4 points. Up by 11. That's your major decision.
Yeah, Civi chose neutral here. And even if he could just slow the match down a little bit.
And going down that quick, an interesting move. And that escape right now, the difference between a technical win if there's another takedown for Carrollton.
Yeah, 15 points is a technical, which gives you 5 team points. So Loudermilk thinking big points. Civi thinking, can I get a takedown? Can I slow down the match here and keep it close for my team? Every team point's going to count here. So right here, trying to chew up some clock.
Loudermilk getting very aggressive right on that line.
Yep.
And there's 3 points. Now a 14-point bout.
Comes out on top of that scramble.
Carrollton, they want this big start. They want the win. The question is, you just let them escape and go for another takedown to get that technical win.
Yeah.
It's a conversation to have, especially if you go out of bounds here.
Lots of time left in the match.
And there is the whistle, so they will reset.
109, the third period here.
So I think if you're Carrollton strategically, especially knowing that forfeit, you let him escape. You have to be confident in Loudermilk. So many takedowns already in this bout. But it looks like in the end, he's just going to try and win it a different way. Of course, still plenty of time for a pin.
Yeah, and Loudermilk may be thinking, I'm going to go for the pin for 30 seconds here. If that doesn't happen, kick him out. And Civi is doing everything he can for his team to keep it to a major decision.
And if you're Coach McGee, you're the eyes in the sky right now. You have to know the time. You have to know the scenario. If you need to make an adjustment, you're going to holler it from your seat.
40 seconds now. So you start to see some folks on the Carrollton match saying, kick him, kick him. And there it is.
So there's the escape now, 15-2, and a takedown gives Carrollton 5 points. They're going to go for it. A strong attempt from Loudermilk. Can he get it done? 25 seconds left to go in the bout. Has that left ankle now, hooks him from behind. A strong move from Cale Loudermilk, and this is his time. 15 seconds. There it is. There's the takedown. It is going to be 18-2 the final in the first bout, and a key 5 team points for the Warriors.
Yeah, good fight by Cole Civi. He's a freshman. He's got a bright future, 20 wins already. But Loudermilk, he's an all-Ohio wrestler for a reason.
And we'll watch this one back. You can just see the development. Gets that ankle, then hooks around with the leg. You're not getting out of that. What a strong start for the Carrollton Warriors and Cale Loudermilk. So now here we go, back to the action. Going up a weight class, of course, our heavily awaited matchups up next. But right now the focus on the Warriors and Minerva. It's Carrollton up by 5, and they want to either double that or just above double that to get up to 11-0. And that would then make a lot more pressure be put upon the Minerva Lions down the stretch. Of course, Carrollton, the favorites in this overall match, I believe according to the Borough rankings, at 80% chance to win.
Colton Gotze, 13-12 record for the Lions. He's a senior on senior night, wrestling in front of all his teammates, peers, family.
And then on the other end, you have Childs, who has 100 career wins for the Warriors. So a real great matchup here in bout number 2.
Yeah. Childs is a wrestling name. Again, wrestling runs in the blood, runs in the family. Lots of Childs. That name coming through Carrollton Wrestling, proud tradition. He was a district qualifier last year, and he's hoping to get to the state meet.
And with a minute 12 on the clock in the opening period, they're going to go out of bounds, and they're going to reset in the center. So far, a stalemate, no points on either side, but Carrollton, at least so far, across the board, they like to go for one of the legs, that time the right, not going to get a strong enough grip. Childs resetting. Gotze trying to find some momentum now, 55 seconds left to go in the opening frame. Carrollton once again up 5-0 all the way around. There's the low move for Childs, and Gotze able to kind of make him reset there. Backs out of the frame and goes right back at it.
Stalling warning.
You're going to get that every single time.
Minerva. So the backing up there, you got to push the action forward. Call stalling early here in the first period on Gotze for Minerva.
And I like they're taking advantage of this time in this rivalry to really set the table. A lot of matches you can get out of hand quickly with the calls and have some inconsistencies. You see it early, you impose it early, you make sure nobody tries it. Gotze right on the line, trying to get the better here of Childs. 15 seconds left to go. He will flip him, but it's out of bounds.
Nice. Good scramble. Didn't come out with points there, but that's got to give him confidence.
Confidence is key. Once again, it goes down to real estate. There was really no way he was going to be able to push him back the opposite direction. So I like it. You get him out of bounds, you get that confidence, and you keep momentum on your side. With only 8 seconds left to play in this opening period, I think both sides will play it safe, and they will fight on to the second period. Honors even at 0.
Something to watch out for tonight. Minerva is known for their conditioning. They work hard in the room. They've got the motor. They put in the work with the conditioning. And if you follow Minerva Wrestling, we win a lot of matches in the third period. So keep an eye on that throughout the evening.
And here we go. Second period underway. Still no score. I expect to see Carrollton get aggressive early on and go for one of the legs. That's kind of been their trademark move so far tonight across the board.
Trying double underhooks.
And there's the heavy takedown. That should be points, and it is. A strong attempt from John Childs. Pile drove him, now goes for the pin. A chance for Childs to get yet another win in a storied career at Carrollton. The countdown about to start, and there it is. A strong pin for John Childs.
Yeah, Colton Gotze went for a big move there. Unfortunately, didn't work out for him, and he ended up on big trouble on his back. Couldn't get out of the grips of Childs there.
We'll watch it back on the replay, that pure strength. And I think a lot of that was Godsey. He's been gravitating backward this entire bout. It was bound to catch up with him eventually, and there it is on display. Carrollton, they might not be known for conditioning, but power, that's their forte.
11-0 Carrollton, and here we go. One of the featured matchups of the evening. Jason Sivvy from Minerva, 20-11 record, ranked number 15th in the state. He's a district qualifier, placed 5th last year. So close, missed the state tournament by just 1 spot.
And here's Jaden Sutton going out of play, trying to take down Jason Sivvy. On Sutton's end, 18th in the state and a district qualifier a season ago.
These two could meet at the district tournament. They could meet with the state berth on the line.
And that would be a massive rendition of this rivalry.
Both Division II, both East District, both highly ranked wrestlers.
30 seconds into the opening period. So far, it's all Carrollton up by 11.
Tonight, we're not worried about the district meet. We're worried about an EBC championship, and this is a key match for Carrollton and Minerva.
And if you're Minerva, you have to get this one. It's Jason Sivvy. He gets the better of Sutton there. No pinpoint, or rather no takedown points, yes.
Sutton's got his foot. Sivvy'd have to get around here.
And we'll see if he finds a way to do so.
Official outstanding stalemate. You know, with the Minerva Carrollton matchup, the signer's going to put the very, very best officials on the mat. So far, outstanding officiating.
No complaints all the way around. Once again, you're going to see this aggressiveness from Jason Sivvy. He did it there, just ran out of real estate, and then the stalemate happened. 55 seconds left to go in the opening period. There might not be points on the board, but so far I would say a slight advantage to Minerva, especially in their own house with momentum. That's the key thing to look at as this matchup progresses.
Lots of action here early.
And a strong attempt towards the leg. Sivvy able to get a good grasp at it. Same with Sutton from behind. Sivvy trying to gain leverage. Sutton not allowing anything. And we are very close to another stalemate with 30 seconds on the clock in the first period. For now, they're letting him play. And this is one of the best sequences that we're going to see all night. Which side's power is going to be better? Sivvy in a negative spot for now. Sutton getting on top, nearing the takedown, but only 15 seconds left to go to get it in the opening frame. There's the whistle.
Stalemate.
And stalemate again.
Sivvy's been the aggressor. He's taken 3 shots to none. Hasn't been able to finish.
And I feel like in a couple of the other bouts, that would have been just play on. But I think given how they're wrestling in this bout specifically, they're calling it slightly differently, which I'm okay with. And it looks like for the second straight period, 0-0 through 1. And that'll be the case.
Sivvy's a year-round wrestler.
And you can definitely tell by that performance. On both ends, 2 very strong wrestlers. And as you said, our focus tonight isn't the district meet, but easily this could be your matchup for a berth at states.
Oh, absolutely. These two could meet up with high stakes on the line. High stakes on the line tonight with the league title. High stakes on the line here in a few weeks at the sectional district meet.
Sutton on top of Sivvy to get things underway in period number 2. Still no score. Sivvy trying to create leverage, trying to pile drive, using his lower body strength, has the upper hand on Sutton, trying to flip him over. The fireman's carry, as you said, now trying to pile drive. Still Sivvy. Sutton nearing his back. Sivvy pile driving his head completely in his stomach. And there it is.
Great takedown.
A beautiful takedown for Sivvy. Minerva is on the board up by 3. Rather, going to say up by 2.
Nope, 3-0. They'll get it right. Or was it a reversal?
I think they're called a reversal.
Okay.
They call it a reversal opposed to takedown.
Started down.
And if you're Carrollton, that's a big decision in your favor, but still not a favorable spot.
Jason Sivvy, first to get on the board here in a big match, and he's been the aggressor, so I wonder if he's wearing Sutton down.
And now just kind of a stalemate right on the edge of the circle. 55 seconds left to go in period number 2. Courtesy of the reversal, it's 2-0 Minerva trying to get their first points overall, and they will go out of play. But going back to it, Sivvy did start on the bottom to begin period number 2.
Yep, they got to their feet, so I lost track there. But Sivvy took down, got the reversal up 2-0. First points on the board. And again, Jason has that motor. That's what he's known for, excellent conditioning.
And now he will start on top here out of the break, and it's quickly down to the ground. One of the most powerful motors that you will see tonight. I would say he, along with Timmy Kirkpatrick, one of those just 1-2 punches that you see as well in the football field.
Working on a tilt here, 30 seconds at this point. Very important in a close match that Sivvy maintains control, keeps him on the mat, does not give up an escape or reversal, so he can go into the third period up 2-0.
And that's key right now for Minerva.
But
as you said, team points are everything.
Looking for more points. He's got
And he has that arm in a very awkward spot. He's going for the
Runs
pin.
the arm
Can
bar.
Simi get it done?
Runs
The
the arm
answer
bar.
is
Runs that bar, 10 seconds.
still no official
This would
call
be
for the
huge.
pin.
This would
Can
be
he get
huge.
it done? There it is! A massive pin for
Huge
Jason
pin.
Simi.
That was not expected to be a bonus point match. Huge pin for Jason Simi, comes out with 6.
And given how strong Sutton came out, it looked like all that aggression kind of dissipated after the first period.
And Jason didn't score. If you go back to the first period, he didn't score the takedown, but he was aggressive. Attack, attack, attack. And then that paid off in the second period. That motor, that high energy, that aggression, wore him down, got 6. And here we go, Lincoln Wallace, another senior from Minerva. Lincoln Wallace with a 26-9 record, ranked 24th in the state, 94 career wins, 2-time district qualifier. This is a big matchup.
And then Joey Richardson, 29 wins last season. He was a district qualifier, one of the best wrestlers Carrollton has on their roster. So another great matchup. When you look at Lincoln Wallace, according to his senior night bio, he's going to go work in the family business after this.
Absolutely.
And then they go out of bounds and they will reset.
He is big into FFA, 4-H, a lot of leadership there. He's been involved in 4-H ever since elementary school, helps out on the family farm with the family business. Just a hard-working young man. Attends RG Drag Career Center.
And that hard work really has to be put into effect here with a minute 30 on the clock in the first period, tiptoeing the end of the match, and they will go out of bounds again. So in the opening 33 seconds, they go out.
Stalling warning on Carrollton. So again, Minerva is dictating the pace here in these last 2 matches.
You have to do that at home every single time. And that's the key for Minerva, and they know that on senior night as well, Lincoln Wallace being one of those key seniors. A minute 15 on the clock in the first. Still no score. That has been a common theme thus far in our opening 4 bouts. And I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't change at all today. But a strong performance yet again as they are dragged out of play.
1 minute here in the first.
I like how they're going towards the outskirts, and I think that a lot of that's really going to benefit Carrollton going back to it. This is a power team opposed to a stamina team. The more resets, the better for them right now. But if you're Richardson, if you can find some weakness in Wallace's game, that would be huge. But it's Lincoln Wallace. He has that left leg, goes for the takedown and gets it. A beautiful move for Lincoln Wallace, but he wants more. He is not done yet. 40 seconds left to go in the opening frame, and this is the strength of the Minerva Lions showing up.
Did you hear that crowd? You think Lincoln has some family and friends in the audience tonight for senior night?
Maybe, just maybe. I'm not too convinced quite yet.
Outstanding. Love the energy.
And I'll tell you what, if he gets a pin, it's going to get a heck of a lot louder, friends, family, or not.
And the Lions need it. They're down 11-6.
Richardson
Crucial
trying to
matchup.
escape. Wallace keeping him right where he
Gotta
wants
get the
him.
crossface. 18 seconds. This is pivotal.
And now Wallace, he has the upper end, able to get that leg. He flips it.
Lincoln's holding on to the ankle here. No control, no change. 8 seconds left.
You have to hold on here.
No change, no change.
5 seconds left to go.
Potential
4
dangerous.
seconds.
Potential dangerous. The Carrollton faithful don't like that call, Nathan.
They got mad quickly.
Oh,
It's
he gave
gonna
him
be
the
a point.
escape. He gave him loss of control. Didn't give him the reversal. Potential dangerous, but said loss of control, escape. So 3-1.
And I would agree with that. Something had to be given there for how strong he came out there. Very nearly a catastrophic play for Minerva. But they hang on up by 2 through 1. But that could have been a whole lot different.
Outstanding officiating. Good first period for Lincoln. Senior night, he's ready to go.
So 2 minutes back on the clock here. Richardson to start on top.
Fun little fact here. Coach Bo Marriage lets the seniors pick their singlets. So you notice our seniors might have some throwback singlets on or some different singlets, some favorites of theirs. And Lincoln's Wallace with the escape to start the second period. He's up 4-1.
Back up by 3. That's the key. A takedown only ties it up, but he wants more. Wallace grabbing that leg of Richardson. Another 3 for the takedown. Make it 7-1. And he is not done yet. A strong outing for Wallace. And with a pin, Minerva would take a 1-point lead overall again. And if you're looking at the points on the board, you want that major decision here. If anything, up by 6, you're 2 points away from it. Very close. But of course, the easiest path to success, easier said than done, is going to be that pin.
And these seniors, they're looking for their first taste of an ABC championship as a team. So Lincoln Wallace, again, he's come up all the way through the youth program. and he wants this team championship, and you can tell.
For sure, 105 on the
8-1.
clock here in the second. Now 8-1, a 7-point bout. And that is the border of a decision versus a major decision. Wallace has the leg. He sweeps the other, goes down. A chance for the pin, but Richardson goes down on his stomach. That's the right move there. He knows the situation. Carrollton, a well-coached group.
Good return for Lincoln. He's on top. Again, we're getting close to 30 seconds left in the period. You want to score, but you also just want to maintain control here. Don't give Richardson any points. And a stalling. Ooh, the Carrollton faithful again. Don't like that call.
And going back to it, if this were to be it for the bout, a major decision.
Yep, that would push you over there. But again, Minerva's pushing the pace. I talked about the conditioning. I talked about bringing the energy, being aggressive. Minerva's pushing the pace.
And I like what they've done so far. They're getting very aggressive after some wake-up calls to begin the matchup. 5 seconds on the clock in the second. Lincoln Wallace doing what he wants with the Warriors, and that'll be the parting line through 4 minutes. And you go back to the end of the first period. That's when Carrollton got their most aggressive sequence. Could have been 3 points. In the end, only got 1. If they could have used that momentum, I think we're looking at a completely different bout. But in the end, Lincoln Wallace on his senior night, controlling the pace at home.
Yeah, Richardson, a solid wrestler. He's just a sophomore. He's got a lot of wrestling ahead of him. Lincoln Wallace, he's got a month of wrestling ahead of him. He wants to win here on senior night in front of the home fans and help his team have a shot at an EBC title.
He wants it. Everybody wants it. That has been the excitement and this environment tonight. They all want something greater than themselves, and both sides do. A conference title, it's bigger than just one wrestler, and everybody here knows that. With a minute 35 on the clock in this bout, it's a big one. This could be a turning point for Minerva, especially if they keep this major decision down by 1, heading into, I would say, the best part of your rotation. You have all the momentum, and you're exactly where you want to be.
Yeah, Carrollton has a lot of firepower coming in the lightweight, so Minerva's got to bank points with the upper weights everywhere they can.
And the thing to note, though, with those featherweights, no seniors. It's a bunch of underclassmen.
I said it earlier, Carrollton always has tough lightweights, a proud tradition of tough lightweights.
And as I said pregame, I'm excited to see Broadwater. We know that name means something special around here.
Yeah.
And yet again, they go out of play.
107. So Lincoln Wallace has the major decision right now for the Lions. He can be aggressive, go after another takedown, and really control this match. A minute, you just don't want to make any big mistakes. Give up a takedown, and you still win the match, but you cost yourself a team point. Interesting strategy. He's going with a 2-on-1, a Russian tie, pushing that into Richardson's chest, controlling position here at the center of the mat. Stalemate.
And going back to it once again, what does Minerva do so well when they're trying to hold on to a lead? Momentum forward. They never lean back.
And right here, look, he's controlling the pace. He's pushing the pace.
And if you're Minerva, you have to be careful to avoid a stalling warning or a stalling call. Just stay engaged, and you're going to be fine.
He hasn't been called for warning yet. So once you get down under 30 seconds, then maybe you can circle a little bit until you do get that warning. But again, he's got the 2-on-1. He's pushing forward, positioning. Again, a stalemate. Interesting. The official wants to see action here.
I'm surprised they let it
seconds.
run that far, though, honestly. Just given what they've called so far, I thought that should have been blown dead a while beforehand, and so did the Carrollton fans. But 20 seconds left to go in the bout. If Carrollton gets a point here, that would knock one off of Minerva's team total.
Oh, nice
and a big
spin.
move here. And you got to get out of bounds here. 10 seconds left to go, and he's out of play.
Out of bounds.
What a move by Lincoln Wallace.
Coach McGee wanted a fling, but it wasn't. It just wasn't.
So here you go. You got to hang on here. 5 seconds on the clock. All the pressure on Carrollton to get something here.
He can give up a warning.
And that'll do it.
Nice job. Nice, smart match by Lincoln Wallace.
Minerva
Very
does
smart.
get their major decision in the end, 9-1. And the Warrior fans are very angry.
We call that bonus points. 10-11. What a matchup so far. Great match there by both wrestlers. Richardson, just a sophomore. Bright future ahead of him. Lincoln Wallace with a big major decision on senior night for the Lion wrestler. Great job, Lincoln. A proud moment for him and his family.
And once again, going back to it, we have to keep mentioning it. There is a forfeit coming up.
Ethan Weaver, a junior from Minerva, a part of that football team. 5-5 record this year with Coach Slate's Ethan Weaver, 21-9. Borough fan, he's ranked 29th in the state, two-time district qualifier. We celebrated his sister Rachel Weaver on senior night a moment ago. Again, just a hard-working, outstanding Minerva family. We're so proud of Ethan. And here we go. He's got control and a takedown early.
A big takedown at that for the Lions. As things stand, if this bout were to play out the same exact way it is right now, they would have the overall lead, but there's the reversal. Back to a one-point bout. A nice move there by Gonda.
Brody with the quick reversal, Ethan with the escape. Lots of action, 4 to 2, 30 seconds in here. This is fun.
A treat early on in this bout, a far cry from the earlier ones.
Ethan Weaver, summer, he had a broken wrist. Great
and there's a takedown, a beautiful one again.
Underhooked throw by, takes control. Ethan Weaver battled back this summer from a broken wrist. Took him maybe right before the season started, early in the season, played linebacker, running back for us. Yeah, but he overcame a lot of adversity there with the injury, and here he is on the mat. Again, conditioning, high motor, pushing the pace.
Carrollton looking for that escape to make it once again a 4-point bout, but Weaver allowing nothing, and that is what Minerva has done so well. They ran the table at their home, as you would expect. So 35 seconds on the clock. If you're Minerva, just keep some movement, avoid a potential stalemate. If not, go for the pin. You got to try to pile drive here, and that's what he's going to do. Now 30 seconds on the clock.
He's got that arm. He's going to try and set the hip here, drive forward.
Fall back, and you might have it here. We'll see if he can do so.
Gonda did a good job defending there. So at this point, 15 seconds, maintain control. You're up 7-2 in a great spot looking for bonus points. Don't give up the escape. Don't give up the reversal. Maintain control. Get to the second period.
And that's exactly what Weaver wants to do here. One last push from Gonda, not going to happen. And that's the first period.
Outstanding. Great action.
So 7-2, Minerva up by 5. And yet again, you're going to make that push towards a major decision.
Lots of match left for Gonda. Who? Let's not count him out. He's a district qualifier.
All it takes is one right move to get your pin in place, and everything we've talked about goes out the window.
Pair of juniors.
And looking after this, as we are currently in the 165, it's the 175s. It's going to be DePalmo and Brodzinski.
Enoch. Another FFA, a great program here at Minerva. Enoch, one of our officers.
Very nice all the way around. And once again, we're going to talk about it all night for both teams. A lot of family ties and a lot of hometown connections.
Yeah, Ethan's dad, Coach Weaver, coached youth wrestling for many years, put in a lot of time into these young men. Stalling on Ethan. So now he's got to make a decision. I either got to get busier on top and maintain control so I don't get called for stalling again, or do I kick him out and go on my feet?
And the key thing, that's going to be a warning, not an actual stall.
Yep, the second time you get a point, but it's awful early in the match to get a stalling warning. Still got 3+ minutes to go here.
Especially if you're going back to that last bout, if you're in that same spot just trying to play keep away, you don't have that warning in your back pocket.
Our official tonight, he wants action. He's quick to call stalling. He's quick to call stalemate. He sees all the fans here. They want action, and he's doing his best job officiating to make it happen.
Weaver with the advantage here. 55 seconds on the clock in the second, and he will get out of it.
That's okay. So let's see, 50 seconds now. This is huge. This is huge. Carrollton can get right back in the match with a takedown, and that's what he's thinking. But Weaver's going to spin behind on the defense.
And there it is, a takedown for Weaver.
Arm drag, spin behind, take control. Now you're up 10-3. Huge sequence. If Carrollton gets that takedown, it's 7-6. Instead, Weaver able to get on the defense there, get the takedown. Now Gonda's looking again for his second reversal of the match. 25 seconds left here.
And if he can get it, then down by 5. You'd have to do a lot of things right in that final frame, but still doable. And there's the stalemate call with 17 on the clock.
And you know what Weaver's thinking? Bonus points. Again, up 7, 8 gives you bonus points in a tight duel.
You have to be thinking of that every step of the way.
Coach Sanyuk, I mentioned earlier, Brown graduate, Ivy League. He's certainly running the numbers over there, no doubt about that. Coach Bellmarriage, outstanding math teacher at Minerva Middle School, so they know math.
And here comes Weaver trying to sweep the leg, not going to get it on Gonda. 10 seconds left to go in period number 2, and it looks like we're going to stay here at 7 as the differential, and that's big heading into the final 2 minutes. Bonus points, once again, we'll say it all night. That's the focus right now for Weaver.
What a great night. What a great night for high school athletics and for 2 great communities.
And if you're Gonda right now, you got to get aggressive just like that. A beautiful move going for those legs. But if you're Weaver, you slam your knees right on the ground and you try and get the reversal, or rather takedown. And there's the takedown call. Now a 10-point bout.
Are we thinking tech?
You could, but I think if you're Weaver right now, you're going to be more careful. Once again, a takedown from Carrollton along with the escape, that would make it enough to go back down to a decision.
I've been preaching it all night. Fans might be tired of hearing it, but motor conditioning.
So
That's what this program's built on. And here we go. It's playing a factor again.
So 16-3.
Yep. So here we go. He's again, we got to do the math here. 110 left in the period. Can I get 2 more takedowns? There's the escape.
So now 16-4, a 12-point bout. You get a takedown here, and you're going to get the big decision right there. Now 16-5.
Yep, now we're at 19-5, 14-point lead. You can stay on top, go for a pin, or kick him out one more time. Takedown's technical fall, 5
and they let him
points.
escape.
There you
That's
go.
the right move.
But Gonda in on the legs. Good move there. Smart. Now Weaver's got to fight this off. Scramble.
A beautiful move by Gonda. He gets the other end, and there's the reversal. So now 19-7, a 12-point bout.
Just a mistake there when he tried to give the escape. He didn't separate enough, and
there's
got in
potentially an escape here, trying to get away from Gonda, and now he goes for the reversal. And will he get it? The answer is not quite. Weaver fighting, though, 20 seconds on the clock, up by 12.
He needs an escape and a takedown.
And there's the stalemate. I'm kind of surprised he couldn't get away from it there.
Just 16 seconds now. It's a tough challenge. Down, up 12. That he would have to get a quick escape and a takedown. Chain wrestle. A reversal's not going to do it. It's got to be an escape and a takedown.
But all credit to Gonda there. He kept his grip. That was not an easy play.
So smart.
On the ground,
so smart.
Weaver has, especially that lower body strength to get out of it, just couldn't break that grasp.
And Weaver wrestled a perfect match up to that point. Just one small mistake when he tried to give up. Tried to give up that escape.
And there's the escape.
Here we go.
Here it is. Here is the chance. A 12-point bout. Here's the chance for the takedown.
He's got that arm drag again.
5 seconds left to go in regulation. Can he get it done? The answer appears to be no, and that's the case.
Takedown. No. Oh, my.
Not in time.
Fraction of a second. One more second, and he gets the technical fall.
What an opportunity, but in the end, Minerva still gets the win in the bout and takes the lead overall, 14-11.
Keep that. Put that in your notes, Nathan. Minerva got 14 points there instead of 5. Ethan Weaver, got to keep your head up. Outstanding match tonight. I know he wanted that technical fall, but an outstanding wrestle match. Aggressive right off the rip, and you could tell he's doing everything he can for the Minerva Lions. He wanted that 15 points.
So now it's going to turn to Enoch Brzezinski and Darian DePalmo. DePalmo for the Warriors and Brzezinski for Minerva. 14-11, the Lions' first lead of the matchup, up by 3. And it's Brzezinski going for that right leg, tries to sweep it, but goes out of bounds first.
Enoch 15-11. He's a senior. Enoch, an outstanding member of the football team, FFA leadership. Helps out here at Minerva High School with anything you need. He's just one of those kids that you're proud to say you're a superintendent.
DePalmo trying to get some movement here with 90 seconds left to go in the opening period. Both sides have to be careful here. One wrong bout and this matchup could completely change. Brzezinski trying to back away, still trying to stay engaged though to DePalmo. Now goes for that sweep, not gonna get it. Now DePalmo, he gets that right leg. A chance for the opening takedown of the bout, just needs to bring him down. Brzezinski, an excellent battle, staying upright. Now goes for that second leg, not gonna get it. Awesome fighting all the way around. Brzezinski, excellent resolve. As there is DePalmo once again, forcing him towards the out-of-bounds line. Nothing yet with 55 seconds on the clock in the opening period. Nearly out of play in a very tough spot here. And if you are DePalmo, you feel hard done by not to get a point yet. But that is just due to, once again, Brzezinski.
Really key moment there. Brzezinski, Carrollton had the 2 legs. Enoch was able to turn and face him. If he flees, that's a technical point or a takedown. Instead, he turned around, wrestled into the mat, was able to defend.
And here comes once again DePalmo trying to get that takedown. Still no points in this opening frame. And a lot of that, yet again, comes from Brzezinski's composure. Brzezinski, he flips the script on DePalmo. Not going to get a takedown there with 20 seconds on the clock, and they go out of play. Any other wrestler, just given his mindset, this would be 6-0 with 2 takedowns, but Brzezinski playing it the right way.
And we've talked about Minerva pushing the pace here, flipping the tables a little bit. DePalmo's been the aggressor in this first period for Carrollton.
So 10 seconds on the clock in the opening period. So far, honors even, no points awarded yet. And it looks like that's going to be the case through 2 minutes. And there it is officially.
Enoch, very coachable, looking over at Coach Beaumarriage, getting instruction.
I'm a big fan, though, of what Brzezinski has done so far. He is wrestling the right way here. He knows the game very well, and that wrestling IQ, that's the difference here.
He's part of the senior class that helped turn this football program around, too, so we'll always be appreciative of Enoch Brzezinski and his teammates for that. But tonight we're trying to get it done on the wrestling mat. And there's a nice shuck.
And now it's chance to try and get some points. You got to get some points here. Every flashy move is going to be great. If it's not on the scoreboard, in the end, it's not going to matter, and it's not going to be in the box score. And Brzezinski understands that along with DePalmo. 1:30 on the clock in the second. And yet again, you're going to see Brzezinski, that sheer force and that sheer grit. If he wins this bout, it's going to be because of that grit. And here it is again, hands on head. Now has that left leg up in the air. DePalmo trying to force him down, and he goes out of play. And they will give him a point for it.
Yep.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't try dragging him or turning him around to keep him inside and go for that takedown.
Right
now
off the
Brzezinski
whistle.
has him at the right spot, goes for that takedown. A strong grasp on that right leg. DePalmo fighting with all he can to try and get out of it. He goes to the ground. Brzezinski tries to keep him there. Now the reversal. No call either way. DePalmo fighting aggressively with a minute on the clock in the second, and they will go out of bounds again.
What a scramble. Both these guys are all hard tonight. 2 seniors. On senior night, you'd expect nothing less than a rivalry match.
Last time they'll see each other, barring some district magic.
Yep, districts could match up at districts.
Still, it's Carrollton
I
up by
expect
1.
both of these fellas to be at districts, no doubt about it.
Based on how they've wrestled so far, no surprise that that were to be the case. 40 seconds on the clock in the second. A strong matchup so far. Carrollton up by 1. DePalmo able to get some points, throwing Brzezinski out of play. And now Brzezinski, he sweeps the leg, goes to the ground, fights for the takedown, but DePalmo using that upper body strength, and he is able to keep that engagement along with that lower body strength, and now he goes for the legs, able to get Brzezinski down to the ground. Now Enoch, he tries to get some good grip, and he will. 15 seconds on the clock in the second. You got to find points here, and there it is. A takedown for Enoch Brzezinski.
Listen to that crowd.
They are roaring like the Lions.
They love their
5
Lions.
seconds left to go in the second. If you're Brzezinski, stay par for the course. And
Enoch,
that's exactly what he'll do.
Enoch, a fan favorite. Look at these fans up here in the bird's eye. Outstanding.
All the way around. That was a strong performance by Brzezinski again. He's playing it the right way. And in wrestling, strategy has to account for a lot of your success.
Hey, what have I been talking about all night? Motor, conditioning, heart in the third period. Here we go. 3-1, third period. Enoch Brzezinski with the lead.
DePalmo trying to take advantage here again. 1:50 left to play. One of our closest bouts thus far, and it's going to come down to the wire, if not overtime, depending on how they play this. Carrollton, they want something here. They want their takedown. Minerva, they are cheering loudly as well. This is going to be one of the best atmospheres we see all year, no doubt. And it's nothing like you would imagine it to be. It's everything and then more.
Yeah, these communities support us, whether it's fine arts, academics, athletics, and tonight's no exception. Great turnout for both communities.
Just given the scoreline, at one point do you allow an escape and try to go for the tie there? Or is that a strategy you even try for?
Enoch Brzezinski getting right to his feet, not taking any chances.
And for Brzezinski, if you do get that escape, you have to be careful. DePalmo, he is going to be very aggressive, going immediately for that takedown in response. Now goes for it here, nearly out of play. Brzezinski trying to drag DePalmo with him, and he does.
And he turned right in for that switch just to make sure the ref wouldn't call stalling on the edge of the mat. Very smart, senior savviness.
Does he have a stalling call so far?
I can't remember, but definitely don't want to get that one at that point in the match.
And right now up by 2, you have to control from here on out. Only 3 points, but that would give you a 6-point cushion as a team.
Good
and it's
chain
Brzezinski.
wrestling.
He wants more. Can he get the takedown? That's the question.
Crossface gets around. Huge reversal.
Now 6-1, or rather 5-1, excuse me. It's a 4-point bout, a minute on the clock, and the Minerva community, they are looking at a chance for the pin. Cradle, and here we go. It's Brzezinski, and he has a chance for the pin. DePalmo fighting with all he can. 45 seconds on the clock. Can he get it done here? DePalmo, excellent resilience throughout the entire bout, but it's Brzezinski. Is it enough yet? Not quite. DePalmo still trying to somersault.
Pop your head out, Enoch. There you go.
And he will get 4 points for it. So now a major decision if the result holds. You got to keep him down, and escape changes this one dramatically.
Control.
And that's the key.
DePalmo needs an escape.
And once again,
Brzezinski needs to maintain control. He's on top here.
Nearly an escape. You got to stay engaged.
Huge escape. Huge escape for DePalmo.
Now if you're Brzezinski, 5 seconds. You got to find a takedown. You got to find something here. But he will not. He'll get the win 9-2. But a massive turnaround for Carrollton. That could have been a lot different. Only 3 points. And you go back to it. Another point left on the board.
Great match, though. That's a point. That match could have went either way. Enoch, outstanding match. Yes, he would have liked the bonus points, but great match there. 2 tough seniors.
Now 16-11 on the year, and there's his fan club up in the crow's nest, if you will.
Yeah, Enoch's a fan favorite. He's a favorite among the Minerva student body. That kid doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He's kind, he's generous, he's hardworking, and you see that tonight with the way these fans reacted to his victory. Lots of basketball players here in the crowd tonight, cheerleaders, volleyball, you name it, everybody's supporting one another.
And now Kirkpatrick will win by forfeit.
Yeah, fans are disappointed in that. Wanted to see Timmy, another fan favorite, take the mat. Carrollton chose to give up the forfeit there.
He was on our preview graphic too, of course. We did see the other man on our graphic. That was John Childs, and he got the pin.
But here we go. So 23-11. Minerva with a big lead right now, but Carrollton with the firepower coming in the lightweights. Minerva knows they need to rack up points, and here's another big match with our senior, Aiden Reagan, 16-13 against Cash Robinson.
And I think they flipped the forfeit from 215 down to 190.
Okay.
They wanted this matchup here against Reagan opposed to Kirkpatrick. Do you like that move?
We'll see.
Reagan so far in the year 16-13, taking on Cash Robinson, the junior. 1:35 on the clock in the opening frame. No points, and they're nearly out of play. So far, both sides, they have liked to play on the boundaries. And there is Reagan getting on top, and there's the takedown, and he goes out of play. Perfect execution again by Minerva. That's how you know where you're at and play with such great IQ. You're right on the outskirts of out of bounds. You get your takedown, go out of play, you reset.
Aiden Reagan, a senior. This is a young man that's really matured this year. Really a huge contributor, offensive, defensive line for the football program. A starter, again, helped this senior class help us turn around with Coach Slates. And here he is on the mat, 16 wins, trying to get an EBC championship for his team, the Minerva Lions. Aiden Reagan, a senior that we're real proud of.
And once again, this is the strong spot in Minerva's lineup of wrestlers. You get all the possible points here, especially a pin right now. That would make it 29-11. And that would give you a 3-bout lead. But a 50-second time left to go here in the first period.
And with these upper weights, it can change in a hurry.
It definitely can.
One big move, and it's over.
You have to think offensive line. You win or lose in the trenches.
That's right.
Carrollton, they want to stall. They want something here. Here's a whistle. And that'll stop.
Potentially dangerous. That just means referee looking out for wrestler safety and stop the match and get a reset.
To use WWE terminology, we don't want a heel-esque injury.
I don't know much about that style of wrestling. I'm a scholastic wrestler.
I would say this is where the unscripted greatness is. 25 seconds left to go in the opening frame. Minerva up by 3, courtesy of Reagan's takedown. And one of the smartest takedowns that you'll see all year. And you can see it from up here. A Minerva Lion tattooed on his right shoulder. He bleeds and represents Minerva through and through. 10 seconds on the clock in the first. Can he get the takedown and go out yet again? Do the same move twice. We will see. Reagan, he goes out of bounds just before the takedown could have been executed.
Yeah, just want to maintain control here. 5 seconds to go.
But I like what he's trying to do. It's the same move every time. He goes to the outskirts, tries to take control, get some points, and then go out.
I mentioned the great officiating earlier. Neither coach is a question to call all night. And all these great matches, that just shows you.
In a rivalry game, too.
Yeah, great officiating.
And I'll tell you what, as this period is over, you could hear that thud as he went to the ground from up here.
Yeah, these are big, strong fellas.
So 2 minutes down, 4 to go at a maximum here in this bout. Once again, we're at the 215s. We still have the heavyweights up next. Then we go back to the top where we have, I believe, 5 bouts left. So including the 285 heavyweight, 6 bouts left to go. And you add this one in, 7.
Aiden Reagan chose down for the Lions, up 3-0.
And that shows confidence in his ability to escape quite easily.
Yeah. He thinks this will be advantageous for him.
And he might go for the reversal instead. Has potentially the opportunity
Cradle.
for it. He's going for it, trying to hook around. 140, there's the reversal. Minerva up by 5. I love that move from him. He has so much power. He's been controlling throughout the entire bout so far.
Upper body strength. Got that neck long, got that chest out, fought the cradle reversal. Now he's got an arm bar.
And he bet on himself. That's the key. He bet on himself, and so did Coach Bowmarriage. Can he get some more? He wants the pin. Reagan going for it. There's the countdown. Will he get the pin? The crowd is loving it, and there's the pin for Aiden Reagan.
Crowd's going crazy.
Carrollton called the switch, and in the end, it cost them 6.
Aiden Reagan, big win on senior night. He's had a big senior year. Lots of maturity, lots of growth out of him. A big moment for him as an athlete from Minerva High School.
Again, all of that from a down position. It takes a special kind of wrestler to get that kind of output from a down position.
Drayden Yost, just a freshman. This is a really challenging position to be in as a freshman. Now, he was a middle school OAC state qualifier. Really bright future. But to be in here as a freshman wrestling heavyweight, our high school principal, Andy Mangan, he had to go through that when he was a freshman at Minerva High School. That's not easy. You take some lumps. He's going to have a bright future. His record is 8-16, but he's getting valuable experience, and he's got a chance tonight to do big things from Minerva High School as we fight for an EBC championship.
And on the opposite end, it's Wyatt Risden, the sophomore. So a younger matchup here may be a benefit to Yost and the Lions. Up by 18, so up by 3 pins. And they have no forfeits tonight, which is key. 125 left to go here in the opening frame, and there's the takedown for Drayden Yost, the freshman. Minerva up by 3, and they are dominating so far. As you said, a junior state qualifier last year, and he wants more. Yost trying to gain momentum, and the right move there by Risden just goes down on his stomach.
Yeah, this is a wrestler that they're going to continue to build around, and Coach Sanyuk always working with those upper weights, excited about Drayden Yost's future.
And given how he has wrestled thus far, there is a big reason why they're so excited about it in the biggest matchup, I would say, of his career so far.
Could be.
This is it. This is for, I would say, one of the biggest EBC titles in Minerva's city history in the last 10 years.
For wrestling. 2020-21 champions trying to add 26.
And the big difference here, it's in a different era. Back then, you were a couple of years removed from that success in football. Now we're that decade removed. Everything has fallen into place for Minerva Athletics this year.
We're very excited about our future. Again, Coach Bowmarriage, EBC championship in girls golf, state qualification. Now he's looking to do the same in wrestling.
And I'll tell you what, with Garth Evans being hired when he was as the AD, I'm sure right now this is the fruits of his labor.
Garth Evans, outstanding. He puts in the time, puts in the communication, supports his coaches, doing a great job here at Minerva High School.
20 seconds left to go in the opening period. Minerva up by 3, courtesy of Yost's takedown. Trying to gain extra leverage here on Risden. If you're the sophomore, just kind of stay here. Maybe try and fight for a stalemate, reset, and then go towards a reset. But it's a stalling warning. He has to do something here.
Right at the end of the period. Again, Minerva pushing the pace, conditioning, making the action happen.
And that's it for the end of the first period. a strong start yet again for Yost. And then you look at those featherweights, 17 and 12, 8 and 7, 19 and 10, 18 and 11, and then no record from Caden Miller.
Yeah, Carrollton has some firepower coming here in the lightweights, so Minerva knew they had to do damage with the upper weights.
And of course, Broadwater going to be in that conversation along with Cohen Little. Those two at the top of the featherweights, I believe, flopped. I think Broadwater's going to wrestle 113, Little going down to 106.
Okay.
I believe I heard that in the pregame flip. We'll have to wait and see as they announce it when that actually happens, which will be actually up next. And here we are, second period underway. Minerva up by 3. Yost versus Risden. This is the top end, the heavyweights. We go down to the featherweights after this matchup. Only 5 more left to go after it. So it's go time for the Warriors, and same for the Lions if they want a share of that EBC title. Yost goes around the head, tries to get that neck, and in the end goes for the arm. The safer move there. You don't want to have a dangerous play ruin your momentum here.
Yeah, great so far. A lot of pressure on a freshman. Wrestling at 285, that is no easy task, and so far he's up to the challenge here in front of a big home crowd.
Nearly a sold-out crowd here at Minerva High School as we are nearing 9:15, 9:04 local time. It's a school night, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm sure as the superintendent, you are loving how late your students are staying out.
Well, we can make an exception for a great event like this.
Of course you guys can. Of course you can.
And again, I know we're celebrating athletics here. Minerva local schools, 4-star rating academically on our high school, 5 stars in gap closing, performance index, right where we need it to be. So we're real excited about our academic programs.
The future's bright here in Minerva. And here comes Yost, tries for the flip on Mazden. 40 seconds left to go in the second. This crowd, they are getting loud. Risden barely moving in the second period.
Oh,
the ref getting in position, and not enough to try for the pin. Yet again, Risden just staying low on his stomach. That's what you have to do here if you're him.
Nice
but
fight.
Yost.
Nice fight out of Risden there for Carrollton.
If you're Yost, though, find that leverage.
A lot of times you get in that situation at 285 and the match is over, and he was able to muscle his way back to safety.
Yost goes from behind, 13 seconds, gets the flip, and now the reversal. Carrollton right back in it. It's Yost. A chance now for Risden to get the pin. What a reversal for the Warriors. Time running out. He gets it. What a reversal. Hold on a minute. Wyatt Risden gives the Warriors a massive flicker of hope.
Wow. Wow. Again, Yost has a bright future. It's tough to be a 285 freshman, and got caught there. It happens.
How about it for the Warriors?
That's a 10-12 point swing.
And as expected, it is going to be Cohen Little wrestling 106, Broadwater bumping up to 113. It's a flop-in match. It's going to be Wright versus Little, Broadwater versus Phillips.
Alex Wright from Minerva, 17-12 record, but a great dual record. He's 8-1 in duels, wrestles well for his team.
And that's the key right here. This is the duel. You have to avoid looking into Top Gun and those other tournaments as much as you want to, as those are kind of standard setting events. At the same time, it's a different beast. And here comes Little going for that leg, trying to drive him down. A chance to sweep it here. Wright doing an excellent job keeping his composure with a minute 35. And there it is, the takedown for Little. And not a chance at the pin. I think Carrollton thought there was going to be a lot more added onto that one.
Yeah. Alex did a nice job getting to his belly, crawling forward, chin up, keeping it limited, the damage limited to a takedown.
A minute 15 on the clock in the opening period. This is where Carrollton can excel as a group. The question is, can they put their foot on the gas at the right time and really give themselves a great crack at this EBC title? That's the key. After this, only 4 more bouts to go. If you're Minerva, you need at least 1 more win.
5 matches here left, 4 after this, as Nathan shared with us, all big ones.
Once again, for the EBC crown, a 12-point match difference. Minerva up 29-17. Wright battling nicely for the Lions, just kind of hanging in there against a very talented Cohen Little.
106-pound weight class. Alex Wright, a sophomore. Little, a junior, ranked 23rd in the state by Burrowfan. Check out burrowfan.net. That's where you can see all the rankings across the state.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the opening period. Still 3-0 and still plenty of exciting bouts left to go. And it might come down to a young battle, a junior versus a freshman. And that would be big. 15 seconds on the clock here in the first. Little, he wants to try to go for a pin. Just not enough as Wright is going to drag him out of play. And there it is. 8 seconds on the clock, and that's the right move for Wright.
Yeah,
he's been down for how long? Minute and a half?
Yeah, takedown early in the match, but, you know, calm the storm against a very good wrestler.
If you're right here, I think you just live to survive and fight again in the second period. So 5 seconds left to go, now 3, and that'll do it for the opening period of this bout. Again, a strong start for Carrollton. If you're Minerva, hang in every match. Make them go the full 6. Don't allow any major decisions or anything crazy. The pins, that's what's going to get you.
Well, you felt the energy from that heavyweight, that 285, that flip for Carrollton where it looks like Minerva was going to look for bonus points instead.
And here's the chance for the pin. There's the immediate takedown by Little.
And now the excitement for the Carrollton lightweights. So they've got the momentum right now.
And here it is. He will flip, a chance for the pin. It's Little, and he should get it. 1:40 on the clock, and they call it. Carrollton back within 6.
Carrollton with those lightweights, and next up comes one of their leaders, Sawyer Broadwater.
I'll tell you what right now, if Carrollton ends up winning the EBC title, it's going to be because of from Wyatt Risden. That pin on Drayden Yost, that was the difference.
Big turn of events.
A pin here ties it. And then after that, you have 120, 126, 132.
Tyler Phillips, senior for Minerva on senior night. And he faces off against Broadwater, ranked number 8 in the state for Carrollton.
Once again, Broadwater, a legacy name over at Carrollton. His brother, Garrett, a great pitcher and outfielder for them. And he is just trying to get this early establishment. It's going to be black versus black in the uniform department, and Broadwater gets the opening takedown. And they will stop. It's going to be a dangerous play, I believe, there. Minute 40 on the clock. We reset.
Yeah, potential danger. Stop in action. No change. Just a reset.
But how about that momentum swing? Once again, it's Risden. And if you're Broadwater, get the pin, tie it up. You have 3 to go. You need to win 2 of 3 most likely.
Minerva had a lot of momentum early, and then that shift, you can kind of feel it. Minerva trying to calm the storms right now with a couple big matches coming up.
And still over 5 minutes left to go in this bout unless Broadwater can get a pin here. Broadwater nearly getting flipped, just trying to get the flip here on Minerva. That's Tyler Phillips.
Tyler Phillips, again, Tyler Phillips, great kid, came up all the way up through our youth program. He's got his hands full.
And here's the chance for the pin. It's Sawyer Broadwater, has them where he wants them. And they're going to give him 3 for the takedown. Good. Once again, a pin ties it up at 29 overall.
He's got that arm bar in pretty deep. Phillips is fighting.
And here we go. The ref's in position. A chance to tie it up. It's Sawyer Broadwater, and we're tied at 29.
Got him on the arm bar.
Back-to-back-to-back pins for Carrollton. And this is where it gets very interesting. 3 left to go.
Tie match. Remember, we talked about a couple bonus points earlier. We talked about a big change there at 285. Both teams still have a shot. Couple good matches here at 120. Sean Weaver, we've talked about the Weavers all night. Here comes Sean, the sophomore. He's 18-11, has district qualifying experience from last year against Ozzy Roble.
And Roble, usually a 126, going down to 120 for this one. So a key point in this matchup as he is thrown out of bounds, and there's the takedown. Ozzy Roble, the junior, gives Carrollton the lead in the bout and potentially, as things stand, in the match.
This is a key matchup.
If Carrollton wins it, they have all the momentum, and I think right now, regardless of that, they do. It's all Carrollton right now.
That can shift with a couple big moves here from Sean Weaver.
And there's the escape back to a 2-point bout. So now 3-1, and a big chance for Minerva. Get the takedown, you're back in the lead. All eyes on Weaver and on Roybal. 1:15 left to go in the opening frame. Roybal able to get back up. Weaver trying to get that momentum. Pile driving, both in an awkward spot. Roybal has that right leg. A chance to drive him down. Weaver staying upright, and now he gets thrown down. There's the powerful slam for Roybal, and it's now 6-1 Carrollton.
He was able to pop his hips underneath, get the leverage, finish the takedown. Weaver got to get to his feet here, get another escape. 50 seconds left here in the first period. Keep pushing the pace.
And pushing the pace is exactly what Carrollton has to do. And on the road, they have been able to establish their own sense of pace. And that's the key difference right now. When Minerva had the pace, they were in control. Now Carrollton setting the table. You fill in the rest. 30 seconds on the clock in the opening period. And there's the escape. So now 6-2, back to a 4-point bout.
Great escape on the edge of the mat here. Gets him back in the match, gets his confidence going. And let's see what can happen here with 20 seconds left.
And if you're Minerva, you need something big at some point. It doesn't have to be here, but you're playing from behind, and you haven't been behind since, I believe, the third or fourth bout. It's been a while. But yet again, these featherweights, they're used to this spot. Roybal tries to go for the leg, not going to get it in time, and that's the end of the opening period. It is Carrollton up by 4, 6-2.
Good first period for Carrollton.
And this, once again, is a scale-tipping bout. The winner takes the lead overall.
Weaver's going to go down here. He's already been successful with 2 escapes, so to me, that's a no-brainer. Get yourself back to a 6-3 bout with another escape.
Or a reversal if he can manage that. We've already seen that once today with Minerva. And I believe that may have been Ethan Weaver who had it a while back. 1:45 on the clock in the second. Tries for that escape, but an excellent job, Roybal, right where he wants him, and again throws him down, and they will call it a stalemate.
No, we illegal locking hands.
Oh.
So Weaver picks up a point there to make it 6-3.
And he'll stay down.
Yep. So big advantage there. Definitely choosing down the right move so far.
And we'll see if he continues to make that the right choice as he does stand up. The difficulty getting
Quick
out of
to
that
his
from
feet.
Roybal.
Real quick to his feet.
Roybal does have that leg, and he is nearly out of play, just keeping that right foot in. A nice job by Weaver, keeping his composure as well.
Cross
Same with
face.
Roybal, and he will get potentially the reversal.
Yeah, working that cross face, got his hips free, got the escape, 6-4. Great job by Sean Weaver here, battling back, getting into this match after giving up 2 first-period takedowns.
Once again, maybe more real estate that could have been a reversal, but take the points while you can.
Absolutely.
This isn't about bonus points or anything. This is about points, period.
Smart wrestling right in front of Coach Bo Marriage on the edge of the mat.
If you're a wrestler trying to make your case for a state run or just to give your coach more reasons to keep you in the rotation, here it is. 50 seconds left to go in the second period. A big turning point in the match overall. Roybal has the upper hand on Weaver, but he's able to get right back up, and they're out of play. Roybal, he likes to go for that leg, but Weaver, he just kicks him right back out, and that's what he's done so well.
42 seconds left. Second period.
And yet again, we're going to keep saying it as long as it's true, a big turning point. A pin here for either side. That's momentum, and at that point, you just need one more win to get it. And here's the chance. It's Weaver driving him down. Roybal still keeping his composure. Single leg attempt on the takedown, not going to get it.
Reshot.
And Weaver just trying to keep his composure against Roybal, and we'll see if he can. 15 seconds left to go in the second period. Both sides trying to fight for something.
This is huge. Short time, 7 seconds left. Weaver's just got to keep him from spinning around here. Keep solid position. He does. Gets to the third period. Remember, he gave up 2 first-period takedowns, down 6-1. It looked like Roybal was going to take control of this match. Excellent second period for Weaver to get back in the bout.
And that foul on Carrollton, a big one. And we'll see here now an injured Warrior. It's going to be Roybal shaken up on that one.
Interesting. Did the official call, I believe he may have called a stalling before he called that injury. I'm not 100% certain, but we'll see if that factors in.
And during this timeout, just a reminder, our next broadcast is going to be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at Padua Franciscan High School. It is the Parma Holy War in girls basketball once again. The Lady Namers, a great spot. Only one loss in the North Coast Conference. Same with Padua. Only one loss so far. The winner most likely will control the conference. That's the big thing right now. And beyond that, It is the last home game outside of playoffs for Padua girls basketball team in their old gym. They're getting that new $15 million facility built right behind their football field. A massive shout out to Dave Steck and all he's done over there at Padua Franciscan High School. A beautiful complex. Excited to call some games in there, especially volleyball. They have some big games coming up this season. And then, of course, basketball, Coach Ansbury, Coach Lance, class acts, and friends of the channel.
Nathan, sounds like a big community event there. Sounds like you'll be in front of another packed house.
That's the only way to do it. And then on Saturday, most likely, it is going to be Holy Name and Medina Ice Hockey at Reese, 8:15 puck
Ice
drop.
hockey.
Right now, it's me and one other person. And then in the second period, we will have a special guest commentator. If it actually happens, it's going to be a fun one. But I might have to have the cough button ready to go a few times. I think my Holy Name people should know exactly who I'm talking about based on that one.
Injury time still here. Interestingly enough, watching the replay, did call a stalling on Roble at the end of the second period. So we'll see if that comes to be a factor here.
And, of course, that was his warning, to be clear with it. And the question is he good to go? And it appears yes.
Yep. Dr. One of your sponsors tonight, Dr. D, out there doing good work.
If you need any reason more to go there and patronize his business, there you go.
Yeah.
Especially chiropractic needs. We have, of course, the Healthiest You up in Strongsville, a big sponsor of ours. They do a lot of great good for us. And, of course, my back. And here we go. 2 minutes on the clock in this bout. A one that could decide the winner of this overall matchup. Roybal has that left leg of Weaver. Weaver goes down, and there's the takedown for the Warriors. A big turning point in the bout. Now a 5-point matchup. And if you're Roybal, you want more. If you're Weaver, you want the reversal. And he is close to it here. Just needs to get all the way around him. Still a minute 35 on the clock. Plenty of time for both parties. But it's Carrollton up by 5 in the tipping point of the matchup. Still a few more bouts to go after this, I believe 2. It's going to be 126 and 132. And those are going to be key to decide who wins this overall.
Yeah, coming out of that timeout, Roble with a big takedown after Sean Weaver had gained a lot of momentum in the second period, but Roble snatches it back to start the third. 9-4.
And that could have been a big turning point. You get that reversal, just couldn't get it in the end. And Roybal, he knew the scenario quite well. Even not just kind of having that control, he still knew where to be, knew how to deal with it. And that's what makes a great wrestler. Wrestling IQ.
Weaver's got to get to his feet quick here.
Running out of time.
Yep.
1:05 on the clock, and any other period is plenty of time. But in the third and final, not so much. And Roybal allowing nothing right now for the Lions. Weaver trying to find his way out, still battling for it. Roybal now behind, 55 seconds on the clock in the matchup. As things stand, Carrollton would take a 32-29 lead. Their first lead since the early stages of this match. And going back to it, they did win the girls wrestling matchup 48-30. And a lot of that was via forfeit. So 35 seconds left to play in regulation.
Coach is urging Weaver to get to his feet. Just 30 seconds left, down 9-4.
You got to find a way to do something creative here. Tries to flip under, and that could be a spot that he gets pinned. A very dangerous move there. But once again, he just goes back down, and at this point, it might just be avoid a pin.
Maintaining control.
And if you're Roybal, you're just trying to flip him over one last time. Nearly the move. And if you're Weaver, an excellent battle. Minerva, they will fall behind 32-29. Carrollton takes the lead, but that could have been drastically different.
Good matchup. Good matchup. Both wrestlers left it all out on the mat, and Carrollton came out on top with what really set the tone. 2 first period takedowns. Weaver fought back tooth and nail, but couldn't dig out of that hole. Again, he's got a bright future as a Minerva wrestler.
And if you're Roybal, you have that injury, able to come back in, or rather, that's Roybal now. So I believe that was Sutton before.
Okay.
So pardon us for that one. We had that one mixed up. That was Sutton. Now Roybal's in the matchup, and it's going to be Almasy for Minerva, 18-11 on the year. You got to get something big here.
Colton Almasy, 18-11, a district qualifier last year, and he's a sophomore for Minerva. Again, a core wrestler, young wrestler here to build around.
And if you're Almasy, you got to find some momentum You're down by 3, and he is in the headlock. A chance for a momentous play for the Warriors, and there is the takedown. A big one there for Ozzy Roybal.
And a good job by Colton Almsey to avoid the back points there. We apologize to Jackson Sutton, the freshman for Carrollton. Jackson Sutton picking up the win 9-4 over Sean Weaver in that previous match. And now we have Ozzy Roybal for Carrollton, a junior, against Minerva's Colton Almsey, a sophomore, 18-11 record.
And we have one more bout to go after this. If you get a major decision, Carrollton would win the EBC right here. And that's the key. Anything more than 3, it's over. The best you can do at that point, it's tie. So then it becomes a really weird one heading into the next week of what happens. 3-0, Carrollton on top. They want more. They want the pin here to get an exclamation point. And that's the key right now. The once very joyful crowd has grown very, very silent for Minerva. And of course, it goes back to that pin from Risden. That was the biggest matchup of the night. It was the heavyweight in what should have been, or really, at least this season, has been Minerva's strong suit. Carrollton used it against them.
It's been an electric matchup all night, a great environment, and hopefully finish with 2 well-contested matches here. Colton Almsey moving forward, trying to get to his feet, but Ozzy Roybal, good mat control so far.
And right now, if you're Carrollton, you have this lead. You just have to stay par for the course.
Yeah, they're up 3 team points, 2 matches to go, so pivotal match here again.
15 seconds on the clock here in the opening frame of this second to last bout. 10 seconds now on the clock. Ozzy Roybal trying to find some late push at the end of the opening 2 minutes, and it looks like he's not going to get it. Excellent composure there from Almasy. And that'll do it for the opening frame. If you're right now Coach Beaumarriage, what is your message to Almasy and then your next and final wrestler?
Just dig deep. Colton's a tough wrestler, and I know Coach Beaumarriage believes in him. He's got 2 periods to get it done, so don't panic. Just keep wrestling. Stay in the match.
And here we are back to the action for the second period, and an aggressive start for both parties. Almasy going for Minerva and Roybal going for the Warriors. Almasy, he has that leg, trying to drive him down and tie it up. A big takedown if he can get it. It's Almasy, and it's reversed. A nice move there by Roybal, and he has the upper hand again.
Good scramble there.
Still plenty of time, but that could have been a big turning point for Almasy if he was able to deliver.
Reversal.
And there it is, now 5-0 Carrollton. And they want that major decision.
Yeah, good scramble there.
You need Almasy to be at his best here.
Almasy was in deep on their feet. Once it hit the mat, Roybal was able to get his hips in good position and come out with a reversal.
So 1:10 on the clock. Carrollton up 5-0. As we said, if it came down to the final couple of bouts, it was going to be Carrollton's match. Still time for that to change, but if you're the Warriors, you have to be feeling really good about where you stand. And once again, Minerva, a strong season. Still 1 more week to go. If you do lose tonight and Carrollton loses next week, but you beat Alliance, you still do get a share of that conference.
Yeah, Carrollton will be a heavy favorite next week, so the best shot is to make something big happen here and at 132.
And looking at this crowd here tonight, so many people in attendance for both schools. And here's the chance for the pin, and Carrollton a chance to win the EBC right here. Here is their prime opportunity. Not going to get it quite yet. Still 5-0 Carrollton, and they will get 4 points, So now 9-0 as things stand. Unless Minerva gets some points, it's Carrollton's EBC title.
A nice tilt there to take control of the match, 9-0 for Roybal.
And once again, this is where it was going to come down to. 5 seconds left to go in the second. A late push for Almasy, trying to find some points, but not going to get it.
And that's good to see that aggression right on the edge of the mat. Almasy knows he's in a hole here, and he's got to go big. Here he's going to go neutral.
And going back to that turning point, the heavyweight, Wyatt Risden, that pin being down against Drayden Yost. Without it, Minerva might be winning this match all the way around. But if you're Carrollton, you have to understand you're 2 minutes away, barring any setbacks, from officially clinching the EBC title, or at least a share of it.
Colton Almsey comfortable on his feet, looking for wrist control. 1:40 to go in the match.
And a big second to last bout as expected.
Robo working an underhook.
And for Olmsey, you get a takedown that avoids, of course, the major decision, and it gives your squad one last chance.
And you're looking for a takedown transition right to back points. But you're right, mathematically, a takedown here gives Minerva hope headed into the last match. 132 pounds, Caden Miller against Xander Spiker for Carrollton.
And there's the push out of bounds there. And there is some booing here from Carrollton. And we'll see here as time is called. It looks like the Minerva Lions wrestler, that is Olmsey, a little shaken up on the play.
Yeah, a little blood time.
And this is a big stopping point as we have 5 minutes on the clock as they're going to, I believe, desanitize. And my question is that a full mandated 5?
No, they stop. Once the blood time, they start the clock. But once you stop bleeding, they stop the blood time, and then they just do cleanup time.
A long match so far, nearing the 3rd hour of it.
Yeah. How much is overtime pay here?
Not much.
9:30 here. But nobody's leaving, are they?
Not at all.
Absolutely not.
And I'd still be surprised if Carrollton does get the win the way it looks like they will, if people vacate knowing that it's over.
Yeah, and these two programs, so much respect for each other. Great sportsmanship tonight. Every wrestler going over to shake their opponent, coach's hands. No issues at all. These are two communities that have tremendous respect for one another, respect for each other as athletes, respect for the coaches. Just a great example of high school sports.
Make sure you do stick with us, though, when this one is over and after our final commercial break, as we will announce our wrestler of the match presented by SmeeSports. A lot of key wrestlers for both teams tonight, but at least just kind of given the game script that we have had, one name definitely does stand out above the rest. Not going to spoil it now. You have to stay tuned after we're done to officially hear who wins that award. But once again, a lot of key players could get it. And looking at our broadcast schedule, entering this weekend, tomorrow, Holy Name Padua, 7 p.m. tip-off at Padua for girls basketball. Then hockey, 8:15 at Reese on Saturday. It is Holy Name under Justin Sebastian, the coach of the year in the conference now, taking over for Ian Skatkin halfway through the campaign, taking on the Medina Battling Bees. Should be a fun one. And barring any added games, that should do it for the regular season, heading into the OHSAA tournament for the Namers, who had a good run last year, making it to the regional quarterfinals. Year number 3 of that program being restarted as we are back to the action. A minute 3 on the clock in this matchup. Almasy versus Roybal. A big chance for Almasy here. Now put on his back, trying to spin out of this hit. It's Roybal controlling the tempo for Carrollton. 50 seconds away from pretty much sealing the EBC title for the Warriors. Almasy needs to find something here. He needs to dig deep.
Yeah, Robal's been in control on the mat wrestling, but Almasy with a nice switch there. See if he can gain control of the hips here.
So now a 10-point set. You got to get a takedown somehow. That would be the only way, I believe, and yet again, blood time. But 12-2, a 10-point matchup here.
Yeah, it just interrupts the flow of the match. Nobody's fault. It's part of the sport, but interrupts the flow of the match here.
And I think right now you have to play either if you you have to play for that takedown. You need 3.
Yeah, so he's got top position right now. Unfortunately, down 10. If he gives up and escape, he's down 11 and has to get. Even if he gets a takedown, we're still down 8. So he's got to go big. Yeah, he's got to go transition, takedown right to back points.
Otherwise, if you're Carrollton, on your rivals' home mats, a massive victory.
Okay, so there, yep. Going to start on top.
If you can find a pin, that would completely change everything, though.
Wow.
You might have to try for
nuts.
it. I think if you're Almasy, as bold of a move as it is, that might be your only play.
Yeah, Almasy, again, a sophomore, core wrestler. He's going to be step up as an upperclassman next year as a leader.
And immediately he tries to get that advantage. And there is the point for the escape. Carrollton up by 11.
20 seconds.
You got to get aggressive. It's Almasy, and he had the drive. He had the angle, but not enough in the end, and that will stop it. And I think everybody held their breath for a second. That angle looked good.
Yeah, he was in position to
And I think, again, he's bleeding.
Yeah, in position to potentially finish that takedown, and unfortunately hit blood time again. And you have 5 minutes of blood time. Rarely do you ever see that expire. Again, this is nobody's fault. And once it doesn't matter where that official sees blood, the second he sees it, the bout is stopped. So even if you're in an offensive position, you're about to score, it doesn't matter. They got to stop the match for safety.
And once again, looking at this crowd, 9:30 on a school night, you have to be proud as a superintendent.
I hope everybody has their homework done, though.
I do not. I'll have to head back to Mount Union to do some homework. So
well, we got to set a better example, Nathan, for all of our Minerva High School students here.
Now it will get done. I will say that right now.
Yeah, and we can see up there in the bird's eye, lots of students here cheering on their classmates, Minerva Lions wrestlers. Colton Olmsey, another student, very popular among his peers. Great young man.
So 10 seconds left to go in the bout. Olmsey has to find something creative here, has some leverage, and there's the whistle. Again, blood time?
Yeah. And, fans are a little frustrated. Again, no one's doing that intentionally.
So this is where you got to find some kind of magical remedy.
If there were, you'd be a rich man.
Might have to use that marketing degree of mine to try and find something.
Yeah. There's Mr. McCourt, athletic director for the Carrollton Warriors. Here in attendance, Dave Davis, superintendent for Carrollton. Always here supporting their student athletes.
So here we go, 7 seconds left to go in the bout. Olmsey right in the mix, trying to get aggressive here at the end. 2 seconds left to go, not enough. He sweeps the leg, not enough. And the Carrollton fans will be rejoicing. They will at least be in part EBC champions.
Yeah, 7-point lead. 7-point lead in the match score for Carrollton. So that gives them the dual victory because we're heading into the last match. Best Minerva could do is a pin and would be still behind by 1 on the scoreboard.
And it goes back to those points left on the table.
What a great night. What a great night of action. Great matchups. Great sportsmanship. Both teams. Outstanding wrestling.
So it's going to be Spilker versus Miller to close out the night.
Caden Miller, young guy, freshman for Minerva, out here getting experience. Tough situation again. Middle of the lineup as a freshman. We're going to see what he can do against Spiker, who, tell me more, I believe he's a state-ranked wrestler.
30th in the state, so one of the better wrestlers on this roster. And you're seeing why here. He will get some points to put Carrollton up 3-0. There is the opening takedown of the final bout. Carrollton, they want to get a final pin. They want to leave a not-so-nice soiree gift to the Lions. And I think if you're Carrollton, a job well done tonight. Minerva, they battled.
Yeah. And Lion fans, make your way to Carrollton tomorrow for the boys basketball game. We'll take on the Warriors.
And here's a chance for a pin to close out the night. It's Spilker. Will he get it for the EBC title? And the answer will be yes. Carrollton are EBC champions. Xander Spilker in style gets it done. 42-29 your final.
Yep, put the exclamation point. Good job. Hats off to Carrollton. Outstanding wrestling by both sides. Carrollton came out on top tonight. Great officiating, great coaching, great sportsmanship from our fans. Go Lions, go Warriors. Great night.
In the end, a 31-point swing for Carrollton. It was 29-11. Minerva controlled by 18. And then the Warriors, they imposed their will on the match, and they got the job done. 42-29 your final. When we return, we will announce our wrestler of the match, presented by SmeeSports, as you are watching OHSAA Wrestling, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts. No quit in your pain? Then step up your game at D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture. We combine gentle chiropractic care and proven acupuncture treatments to help you feel better the natural way. Stop by our office at 1164 Alliance Road Northwest in Minerva, or give us a call at 330-868-2117. D. Domenico Chiropractic and Acupuncture, a proud supporter of Minerva Athletics. The Minerva Athletic Boosters Club is dedicated to supporting the needs of the Minerva Athletic Department and all varsity sports teams. We also assist our middle school teams and work year-round to raise funds that directly benefit our athletes, whether it be providing new uniforms for varsity and middle school teams or providing scholarships for our athletes as they move on to their next chapter. We do a lot to help support our beloved Minerva Lions. Join us for our major events such as our reverse raffle in September, Super Bowl squares in February, or our St. Patrick's Day dance in March, or join us for any of our 9 meetings this year starting in September and running monthly through May at 6 p.m. at the high school library. We invite you to attend a meeting or event and see how you can make a difference for our athletes. Go Lions! At Crowell Lumber Company in Malvern, we carry everything you need to build and maintain your home. Cutting keys and fixing your window screens are just a couple of our services we offer, and we can deliver your large orders as well. Visit us at 222 West Main Street in Malvern, Ohio, or call us at 330-863-0303. You can also visit our new website at crowellumber.com. Crowell Lumber Company in Malvern, for all your building needs since 1945. Here at Crowell Interiors in Malvern, we're your local one-stop shop for flooring, furniture, cabinetry, countertops, and home decor, carrying trusted brands like Lazy Boy, Mohawk, Shaw, Lancer, Birch, Cambria, and many more. Visit us at 403 North Reed Avenue in Malvern, or give us a call at 330-863-2553. Family owned and operated since 1994, we focus on delivering quality and genuine services so you can love your home today and tomorrow.
The Carrollton Warriors are your Eastern Buckeye Conference champions tonight, at least getting a share of the crowd, taking down the Minerva Lions 42-29 after a 31-0 run to close out the match. A strong output starting at the top with their heavyweights all the way down to their featherweights. As we toss things back upstairs, once again, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me, Minerva Superintendent Mark Scott. Now the result you guys wanted tonight, but still a great match for the Lions. But first of all, your wrestler of the match presented by SmeeSports, Wyatt Risden, the heavyweight, the 285-pounder for Carrollton. At that point, it was Yost's match to control. Minerva could have gotten another 3, 4, even 6 points. Then Risden, he flips the script, gets the pin, and at that point, it was all Carrollton. The crowd erupted, and then you could kind of just feel that momentum swing directly in favor of the Warriors.
Yeah, Minerva had a big run of wins, and Risden at heavyweight was able to take that big reversal right to the back for a pin in the second period that kind of shifted the momentum. But what a great night. What a great night for high school athletics, for high school wrestling, and for 2 great communities. Congratulations to Carrollton. Got at least a share of the EBC title. Minerva having an outstanding season as well. We'll finish up with Alliance and then head into the OHSAA wrestling tournaments where both teams are going to make some noise.
And it's going to be a fun one next week at Alliance, a great gymnasium. And if you're the Lions, you're familiar with it, just competing at Top Gun a few weeks ago. As we toss things back down to the floor to stay up to date with all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe. While there is no added cost, it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County area. As well, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to advertise or sponsor local high school broadcasts, either here in Stark County or up in Cleveland, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and we would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Along with Garth Evans, the athletic director here at Minerva, we'd like to thank all of our other advertisers and sponsors, Heather Prince of Howard Hanna, Dr. D, the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club, Crowell Lumber Company, and Crowell Interiors for making tonight's telecast possible. A fun one all the way around. 2 more games left to go this week. Tomorrow at 7 at Padua Franciscan High School. It is senior night for the Lady Bruins as they welcome in the Namers. 64-49 the first time. Holy Name got the win at home. Can they do it again on the road, or will Padua get that big win and give them first place, at least for now, in the North Coast Conference? And then after that, it's on Saturday. It's a big Saturday night matchup over at Reese, an 8:15 puck drop over in Parma, as the Holy Name Green Wave ice hockey team takes on the Medina Battling Bees. Once again, Justin Sebastian, the coach of the year in the conference, a great story. More on him and the Namers and this revitalization of the program that they have undergone this year at 8:15 on Saturday. Should be a fun one. And for the second and third period, we'll have a guest commentator. Looking forward to having him on, but at the same time, some concerns on my end. But you know what? We have a cough button for a reason. Haven't had to use it yet. Did not have to use it with you, Mr. Scott.
Of
but
course not.
Hopefully not on Saturday. It's all in good fun. I'm sure when I tell this person that I said that, he's going to probably say something along the lines of, for good reason. But Mark, once again, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
We like to build community, and the best place to do it for the superintendent of the district. Any closing thoughts here for the Lions or just the match overall?
No, great night. Minerva rolled for a while. Really exciting with Jason Civi, Lincoln Wallace, Ethan Weaver, Enoch Brodzinski, Murderers Row there for Minerva there, and then Carrollton was able to grab the momentum. Great night of high school wrestling. Thank you for being here. Congratulations, the Warriors. But forever and always, go Lions.
Tonight, a very big night for Carrollton. Congrats to the Warriors, EBC champions, 42-29 your final. It's Carrollton, the Grapplers from a little bit down south, getting the win. For Mark Scott, superintendent of Minerva High School, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from the Lions Den, and we will see you again next time. This has been OHSAA Wrestling on SmeeSports, presented by the Minerva Athletic Boosters Club.